veterans and their families seeking federal, state, and local benefits.
You're listening to the Ohio Superstation, 93.7 The Super Q, WQIO, Mount Vernon, Newark, Delaware, Mansfield.
Super Q Time and Temperature is brought to you by
A-Plus Auto Brokers. We've been in business for over 30 years, and that's not by accident. We keep Central Ohio moving. A-PlusAuto.com.
It's 8:02 and 74 degrees. All right, welcome everyone. Friday night Sports Roundtable, the Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable show. New show. I'm Curtis Dillon along with Brian Gaston and Jim Gaston as we get set for action here. A lot of teams getting into the halftime or into the third quarter or ending the second quarter. We're going to get to those. Show brought to you tonight by Spearman Financial Services, Griffin Insurance, the Living Center, Senior Living Apartment Communities, Pizza Doc, Mid-Ohio Power Sports and Golf Cars, Country Court Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, and CES Credit Union. We've got a tribute for our beloved Dave Bevington. We're going to play probably a couple of times throughout the evening. So we're going to hear some of the voice of Dave, which is very big. He started this show 35 years ago, and we're going to get into scores. Let's, you guys ready to do some scores now?
We can do some.
All right, so
we can.
So we're going to go ahead and go through some scores right now, and then we'll talk a little bit about Dave, okay? All right, so you're up, Brian.
Let's go. Let's do a quick run through of them. We have Danville leading Dalton 34-0. My goodness.
Well, I guess questions are over there, at least in that first game.
It might be. We're really looking for a comeback, aren't we? Highland 14, Fredericktown 0. We are looking at Martins Ferry 35, Mount Gilead 6, Northridge 14, East Knox 7, Upper Sandusky 14, Northmore 0. Centerburg and Utica tied at 14 going into the half. Winford 14, Cardington 6, Shelby 20. We are Hilliard Bradley 0. Heath trails Philo 15-8. Marion Harding 14, Mount Vernon 9. Newark, here's an odd score for you. Newark leads Licking Heights 2-0. Vermilion leads Johnstown 7-6. Clear Fork 14, Granville 7. We have Maysville trailing Zanesville 8-7. Newark Catholic 14, Huntington 7. And Sheridan trails Licking Valley. That should be a great game tonight. 14-7.
All right, thank you for the roundup there. Any surprises right off the bat? You mentioned
Danville.
Danville up over 30 points on Dalton. Boy, they're trying to make a statement.
And if I'm not mistaken, they have a running clock now. If you're
35.
35. So, okay, they're still playing here. Won't be long till the running clock goes.
That's in either half this year. That's if it's 35 in the first half, it starts.
See, and we can talk about that.
Yeah, I have an opinion.
We'll talk about it. We're going to do that.
I'd love to.
Maybe when we come back or after the after Dave's tribute. What about other scores that you're surprised about there? We were watching a little bit of the game. Of course, you can see it. We've got the Highland Fredericktown game and the score. On the score, we have a new scoreboard this year, as people probably notice, and they're having a little bit of difficulties with it. So they're working on straightening it out. Just be patient with us, please. But the video looks great, and Highland over Fredericktown. Fredericktown certainly is going to want to come back out of this halftime and muster something up.
Scott's a great coach to make the adjustments at halftime. I'm sure he'll come up with something here. Early in the ball game, I was watching that game. Highland has a big size advantage right there, so it's going to be difficult for Fredericktown to come back on that one.
Scott might come out with some pads. That will change the game.
If he does.
We will all be watching.
Yeah, my money's going to change on Fredericktown then.
All right, so let's take a look at our other game that we have featured. That's Centerburg at Utica. They are, giving fits to Centerburg right now.
And we figured it staff-wise and style-wise. We right before the half, right before the half, Centerburg threw a long pass to midfield into triple coverage, and Marshall jumps between all three of them, catches it one hand and brings it down. So they're starting to loosen up a little bit. There's a lot of new kids there, and they're going to have to figure this out.
All right, we got a phone call. Let's go to it. By the way, the phone number is 740-397-1300. We'll see if I can do this without screwing it up. All right. Good evening. You are on the Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable. What can we do for you?
Good evening. You mentioned all the other scores, but what about the Mount Vernon one?
We did. We mentioned that one. It is 14-9 Mount Vernon trailing Marion Harding.
Cool.
Yeah, so they're still in that game. Are you at a game tonight at all, or are you sitting at home? And
I'm just sitting at home listening to you guys, actually.
well, thank you. You're our first caller officially, so congratulations to that.
Oh,
what's your first
awesome.
day?
If you're not first, you're last.
That's right. That's right. That's what Brian's heard all of his life.
I normally was
All right,
last.
thanks a lot,
Hey,
guys.
thanks
I
for the call.
appreciate
Thank you.
740-397-1300 is the number to call today, as it has been for many, many years. And we would encourage you to do that. I think we got some people at games that might be calling and so forth. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Dave Bevington. Each of you. Brian, you look like you're ready to go.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I have no problems at all just saying I love Dave Bevington. And he was such a special influence on a lot of lives, a lot of people. And yet, with me, I can still remember, I told you when I was younger in junior high, we were having a job fair day, and he came from the radio station, spoke to us, and he was so good. He really made me want to try to get into radio someday, and here I am.
You were in junior high school.
Yes, I met him there, and then here's something that some of the people might remember. Charlie Kilkenny, you remember him, Jim? Well, Charlie Kilkenny and Dave would call me on Friday mornings on my way to school, and they'd say, "Hey, is a team there?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I'm going to be there 5 minutes." And then they would call me back at 5, and then they play the Mount Vernon fight song. And it was so cool because we'd be upstairs eating donuts before the game in the mornings before school started. And they would just wait till the right time, and I would tell them. And then they would play that fight song for everybody. The kids really got off on that.
How old was Dave probably when he spoke to you in the?
Oh my goodness, that would have been about 55 years ago. So he would have been
20s,
late 20s.
He graduated around 66. Something.
Jim, you have thoughts on Dave?
Yeah, all pleasant stories.
Yes.
Nothing like that, what Brian went through, but I know that every time I talked to him, it was either when I was an athletic director and being in there, we talked to each other for a while. But even on the street, you could walk up to him and talk anything you want. Normally it would wind up to being the Buckeyes, but I mean, he had some great stories, just kind words all the way around. It was just our community really lost a pillar, and it's just a great guy all the way around. He meant so much to so many.
He was a mouthpiece for Mount Vernon. And he experienced, people experienced things through him, whether it was interviewing Mario Andretti, being at the White House reporting, which was
Reagan.
A really cool, Ronald Reagan was there, things like that. He was a mouthpiece and an earpiece for people, right? Hear things, share things, that sort of thing. And I really got to know Dave in a professional point of view. I'm not from Mount Vernon, but I've been in this area now for 20 years, but I got to know Dave in 2012 when I came here, first of all. And, I'm the new boss in town and probably thinking I wasn't going to last very long type of thing. And I remember he had the utmost respect, and we had a great relationship. And I used to keep him just in recent times when the station was doing things. I'd keep him in the know before a lot of people would know, just out of respect for him. And because he is, is a pillar and very important to the folks in Mount Vernon. And we'll share this again because a lot of people probably haven't heard it, is Dave died a week ago Friday, which would traditionally have been the first Roundtable show.
Right.
And I thought that was pretty meaningful. So we did a tribute for Dave. It's one particular thing in here would be the Spearmans. When they started the show in 2007, we have the first. That's great. There's part of the first interview. Now, you won't hear the whole interview. You're just going to hear a lot of Dave, but I think you'll enjoy this. It's about 3 minutes long. The Spearman's Financial Sports Roundtable, brought to you by Spearman Financial Services, CES Credit Union, Country Court, Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, Mid-Ohio Power Sports and Golf Cars, Pizza Doc, the Living Center, Senior Living Apartment Communities, and Griffin Insurance. And I do that now because Dave would say, without them, you don't have a show.
That's right.
Right? So this is a tribute to Dave Bevington.
Welcome back to the Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Plus show on this Friday night. Our special about
Jay Jan, left wing with it to Pat Miller to Bobby Hinkle, right wing. Passing inside to Belcher. Fakes over first, and he scored! 48-43. Highland leads. Pass down low. Jay Jan way up is good! What a pass! What a pass by Bobby Hinkle!
It's the annual Devil Dog game between the Blue Devils of Danville and the East Knox Bulldogs. Tonight's game live from Chatlooney Stadium at East Knox High School. The keynote speaker for the Buckeye Spirit event in Knox County here in Mount Vernon, Craig Krenzel, former quarterback of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Craig, welcome to Mount Vernon. Eagle 93.7 Sports presents Mount Vernon High School Yellow Jacket Basketball. Tonight's game. Welcome back to the Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Plus show on this Friday night. And tomorrow it's the opening game for the Ohio State Buckeyes in the Horseshoe in Columbus as they take on Navy. It's our pleasure to have with us on the program tonight the head coach of Navy, Ken Iamatololo. Coach, how are you?
Roger Hill, Dave's broadcast partner over, I believe, many years and a good friend.
Didn't know Dave until we just got met. They said, here's your new play-by-play guy. And we met and became real good friends driving over in Columbus. And Dave was at the wheel as usual. And sometimes he kind of could get lost pretty easy. And he said, boy, that's a bad-looking neighborhood over there. I'm glad we're not down in there. Well, it wasn't 5 minutes. He had us down in there. We tried to get back out. And then the time we were coming back from Dayton, we done to do the Dayton Regionals, and we got on the road, and Dave was tired, and he sort of leaned back there, and that was my turn. I think I missed the turn because the sign came up 10 miles Toledo.
In the studio with us are two of my favorite guys, Lance and Kevin Spearman of Spearman Financial Services, and our sponsor this year. We're proud to have them as the title sponsor of Sports Roundtable Plus for 2007. And first to you, Kevin. I really appreciate your support, and I know obviously you've played football, a big football fan, and appreciate your support.
It's a real honor to be able to be in the position to be able to sponsor such a fantastic.
Lance, step over here a little bit, and of course, obviously you played football also. And what are your thoughts on how you relate stressful times in business to how you were able to handle that in sports?
Well, I think obviously you face a lot of adversity in sports. And
Kevin and Lance Spearman of Spearman Financial Services, our title sponsor this year.
Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable. Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Plus.
Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Plus. I am Dave Bevington, and this is the last Spearman Financial Services Roundtable show.
What a giant.
Absolutely.
Did that bring back memories?
Oh, yeah.
A little teary-eyed.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
listened to many of those shows.
We all love Dave Bevington. We know you did as listeners, and we appreciate all the time you've spent with him over the years. I mean, you could count on him being here every night. You know, he just was going to be here. Anyway, with that, we'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. More of the Spearman Sports Roundtable on WQIO next.
For a rugged, well-equipped 3-seat utility side-by-side and air conditioning, check out the CF Moto U4 U10 Pro Highland at Mid-Ohio Power Sports. Designed with a powerful engine, rugged suspension, and premium cab delivering year-round comfort. Ridiculously well-equipped. Wild outside, Highland inside. MSRP $24,999. Choose CF Moto and experience more. Your next great ride starts at Mid-Ohio Power Sports.
CF Motor recreational vehicles are intended for off-road use only and can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit cfmotorusa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
For too long, you've been paying a way too high rate for your vehicle loan. We're helping many families save some serious money with CES Credit Union's low-rate financing. If it benefits you, we'll refinance that vehicle loan to keep it local and save you money. It's savings. Quick and simple. Loan subject to credit qualifications, federally insured by NCUA. CESCU.com, 888-397-1136. We're turning bank loans into better loans. CES Credit Union.
Central Ohio weather.
We've got a flood warning until 4 p.m. Saturday. It's currently 75 degrees under clear skies. The wind is from the east at 2 miles per hour. The forecast for this evening, clear skies and the temp 71. Overnight, cloud-free and somewhat breezy, and a chance of some light rain, 63 degrees. And then tomorrow, clouds with a bit of wind with scattered thunderstorms, 75 degrees. That's Storm Track weather on Ohio's Superstation 93.7, the Super Q.
And it is the Spearman Financial Sports Roundtable Show. I'm Curtis Newland along with Brian Gaston and Jim Gaston. Let's go to the phones and see who's there. Good evening. You're on the Sports Roundtable. Hello. I think you're on the Sport Dome. I think I might have done that, so my apologies. Anyway, give us a call back, 740-397-1300, the number to call to be on the show if you want to say something about Dave or if you want to talk about sports or any of the scores or you're at a game. We'd love to hear from you, 740-397-1300. Any score updates while we're going to go to a call. Let's go to a call. All right, good evening. You're on the Roundtable. Turn your radio down if you would in the background because it'll squeal. And then we'll turn you back up. You have to turn your radio down. Hello? Okay.
There you go.
There we go. That was a great call.
Very insightful.
It was very insightful.
Yeah.
Any score updates?
I've got a surprise score here. Clear Fork.
Really?
Second half.
Would you have thought that going into that game tonight?
No, not at all.
You had mentioned that earlier, and I thought that was kind of a surprise score because Granville is really, they've been doing a great job over the last number of years.
Well, yeah, they're going to finish strong this year. I mean, game's not over or
That's
anything
right.
like that, but
It's early. It's first game. You never know.
Surprised that. That's a surprising score.
How about Martins Ferry 42, Mount Gilead 6?
Wow.
See that.
No.
Of course, in all
Not that
fairness,
spread.
I don't know that much about Martins Ferry at this point.
Sports Roundtable. Good evening. You're on the air. I didn't do that. I didn't. I don't think. 74039. Let's talk a little bit about the run rule, I'll call it. What do you say? It's both halves this year.
Yep.
It was after the second half.
Yes.
Past 30, it would be running clock.
Yes.
And it's changed.
And now it's going to be at any point when it's 35.
At 35.
Yes. And then, of course, if the other team scores and brings it under 35, we're back to normal.
Right. So I have thoughts on that. I would like to hear both of you guys' thoughts on that. I guess I can start. When they put the rule in the second half, I loved it. Thought it was perfect. Why'd they have to mess with it? Because now, to me, people come to go see their kids play.
Yes.
And there was an argument for that in the second half, but at the same time, at some point, right, it's just torture for everybody. But to add it to the first half, that's I don't like that.
Ball games could finish within like an hour, 15 minutes if that's the case. I mean,
well, and I've had that happen. We finished a little over an hour last year with the rule that was already intact.
Yep. I'll tell you what. I'll bet when you were doing those games, I could see why you were glad.
Absolutely. I'm very biased for the radio guy.
And you should. But now as a head coach, the thing I didn't like about it was that there was a way, whether you guys know this or not, there was a way for me to signal to the coach on the other side of the field, or the coach on the other side of the field to signal to me that says, I'm taking them out. I'm taking these first string guys out. And hey, I'm going to put young kids in. There's a signal that we would use for each other. And then my young kids could get in because they practice as hard during the week, doing the sprints, holding the dummies, going to the meetings, and I'm with you. Mom and Dad want to see them play.
Let's go to the phone, 740-397-1300. And you're on the air.
Oh, hey guys, I got a halftime score for you.
Oh, great. What is it?
All right, so a little bit out of reviewing or coverage, but it is North Union 28 and Pleasant 7.
North Union 28, Pleasant 7?
Yes, sir.
And what part of the game?
Halftime.
Halftime.
At the half. And what's your first name? Okay. Thanks for the call. We appreciate it. If you want to call on a score, you want to talk a little bit, 740-397-1300. So back to the, this. What was the push for the first half? And Jim, we want to hear your thoughts too on this too. Who pushed that rule in the first half?
I couldn't tell you who pushed for it, but I don't like it in the first half. Give the shit. Hey, the kids have been practicing all week long. I'm talking about the JVs and the young kids too. Give them a chance out there to show their talents on the field. But first half, you're knocking that time down so fast, the game's going to be over.
Does it happen that you could come back, but there's a chance?
Oh, it's very.
That's a lot of game.
Yeah, but 35 points. If you gained it that quickly, I know that. But just the time frame, I don't care for the first half at all.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I mean, people went out of their way, and it's not that big of a score. Now in the second half, I'm totally for it. I think I've sat at games, and you guys have too, from different perspectives. I come from the professional observer, I guess, up in the booth, right? And I've done games till midnight or 11:30 at night, or I've been on the sidelines till that late because now the whole second half, 60-0, and now it's almost like a scrimmage. And it's like, come on, guys, let's get this over with, right? But the first half is extreme. That would be my question: is who pushed for that? All right, so we're at 8:22. It is the Sports Roundtable Show. You're invited to call 740-397-1300 if you want to talk a little bit about Dave Bevington. Give a memory or just talk about Dave. That's fine. If you're at a game, we'd love to hear from you as well on this first Friday night of high school football here in Ohio. We'll be back in a moment on WQIO.
You know what America's best pizza tastes like? Hi, this is Mike Amheiser, and the reason that I win awards across the country, and most importantly right here at home, is simple. It's our ingredients. At the Pizza Doc, we don't take shortcuts. I pledge to make you that same prize-winning pizza every time.
Or just the plain pepperoni. Just get the great big table-to-table pizza, and it's fantastic.
Call today, the Pizza Doc in Fredericktown, and find out what America's best pizza tastes like at 740-694-1555.
I love Pizza Doc.
Griffin Insurance has you covered. Located at 300 Coshocton Avenue in Mount Vernon, we've been protecting what matters most to Knox County for decades. Call 740-397-7488 today and experience the trusted local service you deserve. Griffin Insurance, coverage you can count on from people you know.
Super Q Time and Temperature is brought to you by
A-Plus Auto Brokers, the only rental company in town. Let us take the hassle out of using your own vehicle. Go aplusauto.com.
It's 8:24 and 73 degrees. And it's the Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Show. I'm Curtis Newland, Brian Gaston, and Jim Gaston. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Let's run through the scores once again, Brian.
It is Danville, 34. Dalton has scored twice now to make it 34-12. Highland, 14. Fredericktown, nothing. It is Martins Ferry, 42. Mount Gilead, 6. Northridge, 14. East Knox, 7. Upper Sandusky, 21. Northmore, 7. Centerburg, Utica tied at 14. Winford, 14. Cardington, 6. It's Shelby, 33. Mansfield, Madison, nothing. Big Walnut, 25. Hilliard, Bradley, nothing. Heath trails Philo, 22-15. Marion Harding, 14. Mount Vernon, 9. Newark leads Licking Heights, 2-0. Vermilion, 14. Johnstown, 6. Clear Fork, 21-7 over Granville. It is Zanesville, 16-7 over Maysville. Catholic, 21, Huntington, 7.
Now, that's a game that we talked about earlier. We can talk about that after you do the rest of the scores.
Sure. Then we have a Licking Valley, 14, Sheridan, 7. Folks, those are two very fine football teams going at each other. North Union, as we heard from our caller, leads Pleasant, 28-0.
Newark Catholic, 21-7, leading in that. That's we were talking about the concerns that they might have. That's big. New coach and all that.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you come out with a victory, they will be hyped up and ready to go for week 2.
Yes, absolutely. They're ready to go to practice Monday.
With winnable games ahead of them.
Yes. Right. Very important
Something
to know.
To look at.
So let's look at 14-14, Centerburg and Utica. That's a bit of a battle there. They just kicked off. We've got it on our YouTube channel. It's also on 100.9 FM and on WMVO's Facebook. Tied at 14-14, 11:23 to go in the third quarter. That game Is that the game of the night?
It might
as far
be.
as how tight it is?
That one and the Philo Heath game.
And that,
Philo 22, Heath 15.
taking your call, 740-397-1300. You know, this is the time of the season, this first game. You guys have both been coaches. What is it that you're looking for from your players in and your team? And I think there's two different questions in that in week number one.
I think see how you come back with adversity. Some of these teams down early, how are you going to fight back? Are you going to just stick with the game plan, go on with it? That's fine to go that, but you want to know if your kids are going to compete or not.
I want to see individual growth and discipline. Those are the two things, and they do go hand in hand, believe it or not. But I really do want to see those things, so I've got something that I now can work on from the film in an actual game situation, and watch these young kids grow. And how do I have to handle the game calling in the future? Who needs help? Who doesn't?
I think from my standpoint, the discipline is such an important thing because you know, there's some teams that are loose and they don't get in control of, hopping off possibly cheap wins in the beginning of the season.
We were watching one earlier tonight, and I won't mention the game right now for a reason. We watched one team pick up 3 penalties in 4 plays because of cheap shots at the end of it, and they had a chance to blow that game wide open. That game is, they still have the lead, but at the same time, they just left the other team in it with better field position.
Undisciplined.
Yeah, can't do it.
How do you fix that? How do you fix that? Is it possible on the night of the game when you're seeing it? How do you fix that? Is it training or is it attitude sometimes? I mean, how do you approach that?
What I saw was attitude, and you can fix that pretty quick. That kid doesn't have to play.
No. It's an honor to
down.
play, not a right.
As coaches, is it easy to not do the discipline that's needed, even if it's one of your star players?
No, you have to.
You treat your star player no different than anyone
That's right.
else.
That's right there.
Did I say it right?
Yeah.
But
it happens.
And I don't care what sport.
Yes,
I don't care what sport you're talking about. I don't care what sport. I could give you a good. That's when you do it. That's when you do it.
Yep, I'm going to. Well, what do kids want more than anything else on a Friday night? They want. Well, they don't have to. You could bring them and stand them next to you and say, "Let's talk."
And if you don't have the discipline, you lose their
room.
desire to play for you.
I will tell you a story. When I was coaching with Scott Spittler, we got time. Do we have time here? Okay, good. I'm a line coach with Scott Spittler at Mount Vernon. Okay, back then we had we called him Big Daddy, but
Jason Rollins.
Yeah, Jason Rollins had he was our best lineman by far. Jason came to practice one day and really wasn't giving his all. And Scott Spittler stopped the drill. Jason said, Scott said, "Go right to the locker room. You're not doing us or you any good right now," and kicked him out of practice. His dad later on came back to practice, and we as a staff thinking, "Oh my gosh, here we go." Bringing his dad in. Now Jason was like 6'6". His dad was bigger.
And I was a head coach, and I did not feel good at this moment.
And so
you hid behind your brother.
That's right.
And I was behind Spit. So I'm okay. So we were behind all these coaches there. And we saw this dad coming. He brought Jason back to practice and said, "I understand my son was kicked out of practice." And we all said yes. And he says, "Can I ask why?" I said, "Well, first of all, he is the best lineman we have. And for him to set an example for others, and he wasn't doing that. And he's a lot better player than what he's producing right now." And so he said he needs to take the time off and come back tomorrow. He says, "Is that right?" His dad looked at him and says, "Is that right, Jason?" He says, "Yes. Yes, sir, it was." He looked at Coach Spittler and said, "Coach, I'm going to tell you right now, my son will be back at practice tomorrow. And he will give you not more than 100%. It'll be 110% tomorrow." Okay, he did. Came back, and he had a fantastic week of practice. We went down to Chillicothe and played, and he was up against a guy that was being
going to Illinois.
He went to Illinois, scouted all over the Big Ten, the SEC, the Pac-10. Jason was with him. That kid never touched our quarterback all game long. He didn't even get 5 yards close. Jason manhandled him. That's where Jason Rollins was discovered by Kentucky.
Yes.
And Jason was a 4-year starter at Kentucky as a guard.
That's crazy.
Phenomenal story, but that credit the father for not saying, okay, it's not your fault.
Yep.
We're going to do that. But no. And Jason will tell you the same thing. It's probably the best thing he ever got.
How did it affect the rest of the team? I mean, I got to think that, that message,
It was a
to
quick
be able to
turnaround.
send one of your star players home like that sends a really big message.
Well, let me tell you, that year, people can't understand how good Newark was that year. Now, I'm not losing it here. Newark was fantastic. That was our first game.
You're going to be run out on the rails if you're not careful.
Well, they blew us out of the game. Chillicothe, that was another one. It was a rough one. We were 0-2. How did that change us? We won a league title. We rambled with 7 straight after that. And that's how it affected us, because Jason really was a quality person, and we all knew he would come back. But at the same time, it started at home. And I got news for you folks right now. If your kid's not playing enough, or you are mad at the way the team's going, he hears those words at home. So you don't have to throw coaches under the bus who are trying to help. Go talk to your coach privately, and for heaven's sakes, be quiet.
14-14 now. Centerburg and Utica, and the Centerburg Trojans are on the move, throwing towards the end zone right now. I think they just scored.
Did they?
I think so. I was just watching it there. It's on our on 100.9 FM, also streaming on Facebook and YouTube. And yes, they scored. It's 20-14, 6:41 to go in the third quarter.
Now, come on. Do you miss this tonight, bud? Because right there, your eyes even lit up a little bit. When
I'm ready to call the action over there.
Yeah.
When I decided to come on board with the Sports Roundtable, that was a major factor, because I love being at the games.
Yes, you do.
I love seeing. I mean, when you get out there, and we're in rural America, and you see the landscape and you're at Highland. A lot of times I've been at Highland on that first night, and you look over the fields.
Yes.
And the sun's going down.
Yes.
And the community is all there, and you can see the kids, the parents, the grandparents, that community all there. They've rolled up the streets at Fredericktown, and they've driven over there.
Yeah.
And it's true about any of the communities around here and the communities that I've been a part of over the years. And there's something special about that night. And it's a night out with my buddies, right? The guys' night out.
Yep.
We go do a game. Dave Dahlstein for many years here with me. And there's nothing like it. So when making the decision to come to this, I was kind of sad about that. But I was excited to be with you guys and excited to do this show and do something different. And, when it was 86 degrees this afternoon in my car,
there
I'm
you
like,
go.
Hey, and Brian, you had said it when the snow is falling and it's partially rain and it's 30 degrees out, you might enjoy this. So no, I will love doing this. But there is always a part of me that loves that Americana, and I love basketball too. But the thing about football is you're outside, the community's there, especially early to mid through the season. It's just, I don't know.
Well, I noticed.
It's hard to talk.
Yeah, when I talked to, there were a couple schools in the past few years. They said, what do you think about taking over? And I said, why do you hate me? I'm just now liking myself again. But I missed that on Friday nights, but it's the rest that I didn't miss.
Yeah.
All that
yes.
went with
It's a
it.
thankless job in many cases. And
It is.
A lot of people appreciate it, but there's so many hours and the things you have to deal with as a coach and all that. The nice thing for me I had to deal with radio people. But we could, and we do a lot of prep to get ready for a Friday night. But it's nothing like the responsibility that goes with, young men in this case, because you are a formidable thing in their life. 740-397-1300 is the number to call to be on the Sports Roundtable. If you want to talk about Dave Bevington, we'll be playing a clip. We did a tribute for him. We'll play it again coming up in a little while here on WQIO, the Super Q. And we will take a break. We'll come back, and we'll take another run at scores after this on WQIO.
At the Living Center in Mount Vernon, we provide active, carefree, and secure senior living. Our on-site restaurant and salon mean no more battling Mother Nature to enjoy a meal and feel and look good. Give us a call at 740-397-3897. Visit us at thelivingcenter.net or at 201 North Main Street in Mount Vernon and find us on social media. The Living Center is a Levering Management senior apartment community.
If your ride's out of warranty and something big breaks, it could cost you thousands. Ludacris here. Let me put you on to the auto protection I trust, Endurance. With Endurance, you could never have to pay out of pocket for covered car repairs again. I'm talking about the pricey stuff: drivetrain, transmission, electrical, AC, plus lots more. You pick the certified mechanic and Endurance pays them directly. No middlemen, no runaround. If your car is under 20 years old, you're covered with unlimited miles, plus added benefits like 24/7 roadside assistance and towing. And your rate won't go up no matter how many claims you file. Listen, saving money is the same as making money. So who's going to cover your next breakdown? You or Endurance? Right now, pick the plan that's right for you and get a full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free. All backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee.
For your fast free quote, call 800-471-2595. 800-471-2595. 800-471-2595.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com.
Central Ohio weather.
We've got a flood warning until 4 p.m. Saturday. It's currently 75 degrees under clear skies. The wind is from the east at 2 miles per hour. The forecast for this evening, clear skies and the temp 71. Overnight, cloud-free and somewhat breezy, and a chance of some light rain, 63 degrees. And then tomorrow, clouds with a bit of wind with scattered thunderstorms, 75 degrees. That's Storm Track weather on Ohio's Superstation 93.7, the Super Q.
Spearman Financial Sports Roundtable brought to you by Griffin Insurance, the Living Center, Senior Living Apartment Communities, Pizza Dock, Mid-Ohio Power Sports and Golf Carts, Country Court Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, and CES Credit Union. Tell them thanks for bringing the show to you, because without them, we would not be here. We would be at a game or at home
Yes,
or
we would.
doing chores, right? I'm sure there's some chores our wives would probably like that.
Let's move on. Let's get some scores instead of talking.
Let's get some scores. Okay, so we got another score update, Jim.
Some of the scores I have at halftime: Ontario leads Lexington. That's a
Yes,
a
it
neighborhood
is.
brawl up there. We're going to get a call from a coach in Lexington later, but coming back, New Philadelphia is trailing Louisville 3-0. We have Gahanna 21, Pick Central 3. That's
weird.
A little surprising, but Gahanna is supposed to be the real thing this year. That'll be interesting. Hilliard Davidson 16, Mansfield Senior nothing, Delaware 14. Buckeye Valley, nothing. That's usually a kickoff for every year.
Mm-hmm.
From there, Big Walnut 25-0 over Hilliard Bradley.
That Mansfield senior team, they're down a little bit this year, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching them a couple of years ago against Mount Vernon, and Mount Vernon, they were having some hopes there, and we knew it was going to be tough against Mansfield Senior, and I think they, showed some poise, but they were good. And the Ashland Arrows,
right?
Two teams that have had some years there, it's almost like being in university, like they were a level above a couple of those years.
And for years they had that. And it's funny to watch after Coach Jefferson left Mansfield Senior, things were starting to dive a little bit and come back up a little bit and dive. And that's not them. They've got enough athletes to make this thing work.
21-14, we're watching that Centerburg game closely too. Centerburg is leading Utica, and that is always that is a tough match between those two schools.
Yes, it is.
Do they like each other?
We didn't when I was coaching it Utica, but I found out that Centerburg had a great family, and they were great.
How long were you at Utica?
3 years.
Okay.
I was helping out that first year. I had retired from Mount Vernon from teaching for one day, and it really was about one day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they gave me a call and said, "Hey, some of your ex-students are teaching here. Can you come help?" I went, "Sure, no problem." Next thing I know, I'm in the door. They go, "Hey, football, huh?"
Dummy couldn't say no.
No, it's like, okay.
740-397-1300. Give us a call. We're going to play Dave Bevington tribute coming up. If you want to say something about Dave, we would encourage you to call. I remember not too many. It's been a few weeks ago. It's been more than a few weeks ago, maybe a month or two. Dave was here and we just sat. He was here for a show because he come in quite a bit. Did a show with Kevin Mischie for Saturday mornings, or he'd come in and just chat or whatever. And we sat out. And talked just about whatever, a guy like that, he's had a lot of different experiences and everything,
and very unpretentious. I mean, the guy,
Yeah.
you'd sit there, he had all of these things that he had done in his life, and you had to draw some of that out of it.
he'd also tell you what he thought.
No,
that was not a shortcoming.
I used to
Yeah.
love the show when he was on on this one here, working in Mount Vernon, and he would get in some of the best arguments you'd ever hear, and I mean, it was great radio.
I remember him getting. I didn't feel bad, but I kind of felt bad for them. Some of the Michigan callers. I did kind of feel bad for them. They didn't have a chance.
Watch your mouth.
I'm sorry. I'm not a Michigan fan at all.
See, I worked at Ohio State for 5 years as an usher and on the staff. I said, "You don't dare say that name. Say the team up north."
The team up north.
That's exactly.
Anyway, Sports Roundtable here, 397-1300. What's happening is every Friday night from 6 until 7, we're going to have a pregame show, and we're going to go down like we did tonight, go down through the different teams that are going to be playing in the evening, give you kind of idea of the matchup, how they're doing. And as we go, obviously they're going to build a record. They're going to build a history of what happened the week before, and then into week 2 and the week 3. And we'll have a lot of great content for you, so you know when you get to a game and you haven't been, you're not that into it, but you know what to expect that evening and why that game is or isn't important and so forth. So that happens from 6 to 7 every Friday night. And before that, about 5:40 will be the Tonight in High School football.
Wonderful show.
Yep, Skip Mossick from the ONN.
Yes.
He has that show, and he will give an idea of some of the bigger games around the state of Ohio. We thought that'd be a great way to kick that off. And then we take a little break. We come back from 8 to 10:30 to do the Sports Roundtable, really the traditional version, talking about sports in general and, of course, giving up scores, and then talking to coaches a little bit later. And we'll see how all that goes. We got a couple of new phone line stuff, so we'll work through it.
Absolutely,
work in progress. And just like Brian, Jim, and I, we're young. We're a work in progress.
Well, yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah,
especially the work in progress.
That's right.
Young, that might be thrown out the window pretty quick.
He calls us young. I can't even get up and use the bathroom over there.
So let's talk about one of the changes that have made, and a guy who's been around for a long time, of course, notable Danville Ed Onnebarger, and was at Loudonville last year. I think, has he been to every school at this point?
Not really, but you forgot West Holmes.
West Holmes.
Yeah.
He was at West Holmes just before Loudonville there for several years, right?
Right.
And now he's at Mount Vernon as an assistant coach. You guys know Ed. Talk about what he brings to the Mount Vernon group with Coach Mark Weber.
He's going to bring a lot of experience, but I mean, useful experience. He is a very disciplined man, but very easy to work with as far as adults and easy to work with for kids. He's going, was he in New Philadelphia one time?
I think so.
I think he was a couple years there. But I think what he does is, how wonderful it is to have his personality that can get along with anybody and to be another head coach on there. And you're not threatened by him. You just expose your feelings and say, "Hey, Ed, what do you think of this?" And you know that what Ed tells you goes to you, no one else. So it's a great situation for him. He's just one of those perfect guys to have on your staff. And I just think the world of him.
He's a polished coach. I mean, on the sideline, he's got control.
Yep.
He's got control of these kids, his staff. He knows what he wants every play of the game. When he goes out, he's very relational to everybody. So I think the world of him. I think for him to show up to Mount Vernon and be an assistant there, and he probably likes being an assistant instead of a head coach really right now at his stage of life. You can just sit back.
All right, number is 740-397-1300. I just missed a call. Sorry, because I am a rookie at this little phone box over here.
Call back.
So I'm sorry.
Back.
I interrupted you, Jim.
No, you're good. I was finished what I was saying anyway, but just if you can call in, don't worry about it.
Hang on the line. Yeah, just let it ring, and we'll get to you, and we'll probably replace me and find somebody else. All right, let's go to the phones now. Good evening. You're on the line.
Yeah, I was just calling to see how Danville's doing.
Danville leads at this moment 34-12, just coming out of the half.
Okay, how about East Knox?
East Knox trails at this point. Let's see, they are trailing Northridge, that is. 14-7. So it's a good ball game. Everybody's in it.
So where are you
Where
are you calling
Yeah.
from? You asked for Danville and East Knox. Do you live between them?
No, I'm from Brinkhaven. I went to Danville, then I went to East Knox, and I root for East Knox over Danville.
Gotcha. Do you ever go to any games anymore? Or?
Oh no, I don't. I got a question for everybody.
Sure.
What do you think about the whole football players, NFL football players going back to college?
Oh.
I want to hang up and listen to your answer.
Okay, thanks for the call. We appreciate
it. And please call again. We'd love that.
That's a great question.
Well, what he's referring to is somehow, and I was talking to my sons about this last night, somehow the NCAA still can't figure out how to lead. And they have, the courts have told them that for whatever reasons now, and I have to do further impact on this, but they say that even if a kid is in an NFL camp right now, they can return to college if they have X amount of I don't know what
eligibility.
Go for it.
Because I think the graduating class,
they gave him another.
They gave him an extra year, and these kids had already used up some of the eligibility. But now they're on an NFL roster. What in the world? Go ahead and let's get another call. We could talk about
Good
that.
evening. You're on the air.
Hey guys, it's Chad.
Chad, how we doing?
How you doing?
Hey guys, good. I'm doing great.
So the party animal's at it on Friday night, right?
Little bit. Just a little bit.
Don't give us any details.
I won't. I promise. I'm going to shut my mouth on that.
What's going on?
Oh, not much. I'm just enjoying this cool, awesome Friday night. That's all.
Isn't it wonderful?
Are you at the game?
No, I usually don't go to the road games, you guys.
Okay.
I can't wait till next week when we're at home, so then the party really starts.
Uh-oh.
You got to get them revved up, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Who you rooting for? These guys know. I don't know.
Well, he is rooting for Mount Vernon.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you that.
Gotcha. Well, it sounds like it, man. If you want somebody on your side, you want Chad on your side.
Yes,
right?
you do. Yes, you do.
Don't give it to you on that one.
There you go. There you go. Well, Chad, let me tell you, I just got an update on the Mount Vernon score. It might be even changed since here, but Mount Vernon is defeating Marion Harding now 17-14. And I would imagine that's in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
Well, thanks for the call, Chad. We appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome, boys.
Be safe. Don't be a stranger.
The party house begins.
There you go.
740-397-1300. Back to the conversation. We'll get the scores here in just a little bit. Back to the conversation about the eligibility, the NFL players. It's the fairness or whatever how everybody reads it. It's destroying the game.
Yes.
It is destroying the game.
Because I don't care anymore. Why do I care to watch Ohio State if you get players that aren't from? It's one thing to not get them from here. That's fine. They come in as a freshman. They work their way through. Now they're part of the family. If there's no family, why do I care? It's
right.
pro ball.
Right.
It's pro ball.
It is pro ball. That's what we were talking at Ohio State last year about that. This NIL stuff. You've got players making more than the coaches, to be honest with you. Some coaches. But it's ridiculous. And
does it change the way you watch the game? Like I watched less Ohio State games last year, and I love Ohio State. I don't want to miss. But between what's happening with that and then what's happening with the paywalls, and that you gotta go to a different streamer every week to figure out what you're gonna, and you gotta pay for a package.
Yeah,
it's to the point where I don't really care.
Taking the fun away
follow the score. Yeah, it takes the fun away from the sport. And they do not, like my son, my kids, they're not building a future.
Nope.
They're tearing it down, and it's no different with it, whether it's NBA or anything else. If you make it too hard for them to be able to watch it, you got no future.
That's right. It has to be consistent.
That's it. I don't mind paying or whatever, but be consistent.
Now, to try and put this in perspective for some people going, what is this happening? Okay, real quick. Actual scenario. There's a young man, I believe he's playing out in San Francisco. He is third string right now, and they expect him to make the football team out there. Not only does he have the ability to come back if he gets cut? But he can even make the decision to go back. He made more last year at his college. Not only that, he's in the portal already without coming back.
Yeah.
And that's legal. Okay, here's another one. Curtis is a defensive end for whatever college.
Oh, I am.
And you
I like how this sounds.
Well, it was the speed and the cat-like quickness.
Yeah.
But he's a defensive end for some college university. And this guy who was undrafted maybe from San Francisco comes in, and you've gone through all the work this year, all the stuff back in the winter, and he starts over you. You want that locker room?
No. Who does?
I don't. I don't want to deal with it.
No.
When
There's 24 players that are eligible to do that.
who doesn't? Here's
It's ridiculous.
And
Yeah.
here's the thing. It's going to change. And I got to think that it's going to be in the form of contracts. There'll be contracts. If you're going to come to us, you're going to sign on for the 4 years or the 3 years. Because as a university, how do you have a program? At some point, I mean, yeah, you get the talented players, but you still have to instill, like you said, what kind of a locker room is that? And then, again, for the fan base, why do I care? Because I could get around somebody who started as a freshman or sophomore, and now he's a senior quarterback because I've been following him, and I'm like, yeah, go. He's part of our team. He's committed.
I just know that right now, if you go back, it's a ridiculous situation that will never do anything good.
Going to the phones. Good evening. You're on the line.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah, yes. You have a comment now.
Topic.
Go ahead.
All right. You should take NIL out of high school football.
Yep.
Because they should get their money in college, because it's going to ruin sports.
Yes, it
for
is.
everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I sure do. But now, the one thing that we really have to keep track of, hey, and all of us are here, and you, by the way, you call. We love you. But here's the thing. How many high school kids are really going to get NIL?
Not many.
Not many. And it's like people
just
said.
all the big schools down in Columbus.
Oh,
and,
yes. IMG out of Florida.
And, Granville and all them schools that recruit all the kids, to come in. But, that shouldn't be right.
No, I'm with you. But they knew that they were going to face a fight in court.
It's a legal problem, really.
Yes,
the courts
they
are
can't
saying
win it right now. Well, that's
right.
I go back to the NCAA. Could they not set parameters before they okayed it? Now the cat's out of the bag. We don't know what to do.
Right.
Well, the NCAA didn't have a strong enough position written in place in their bylaws.
You have five undrafted people that was picked by teams and then cut and then picked up and cut and picked up and cut and picked up and cut. They want to go back to college since this new judge ruling. Come on now.
Exactly.
I gotta think.
Are you going to go out there and are you going to make a name for yourself this fifth year as a fifth-year senior, or are you going to break a leg?
Unfortunately, because there's been no leadership in it, I do think it will work its way out because it's going to become a disaster, and then they're going to have to do something to save it.
The NCAA is not going to have anything to do with football, at least football anyway, because it's already in the works to get the NCAA out of there.
And sorry for saying this. I am very, very sorry for saying this. But you know what? From the 1980s till now, football is way different.
Oh,
because they were all playing to get into the NFL, and now they're all playing for money.
Right.
Yep. Well, hey, thanks for your call. We really do appreciate it. Call us back next week, okay?
All right.
Good call. Thank you.
Very good call. 740-397-1300. We need to get to the scores once again. And Brian, ready to roll?
Let's do it. Danville 34, Dalton 12, Highland 14, Fredericktown nothing. We have Martins Ferry, 42, Mount Gilead, 6, Northridge, 14, East Knox, 7, Upper Sandusky, 21, Northmore, 7, Cinderberg, 28. I just put that one down. 28-14 over Utica at this point. Winford, 14, Cardington, 6. Shelby, are they going to have problems scoring points this year after all the graduations? No, it's 47-0 over Madison. Big Walnut, 25. Hilliard Bradley, 0. Heath trails Philo, 22-15. Mount Vernon leads Marion Harding, 17-14. Newark, 2. Licking Heights, 0. Folks, if you were at that game, and I have a couple there, please help us out if you know these scores and we didn't say them.
That can't be the score here.
I just can't imagine. But Johnstown has now taken the lead, 18-14 over Vermilion. Granville trails Clearfork 21-7. No, I didn't expect that to be that kind of game. And then we have Zanesville looking to start off strong. They are leading Maysville 16-7. Newark Catholic 21, Huntington 7. We have Sheridan trailing Licking Valley now.
That is a huge rivalry, too.
Yes, 28-13. I do have a worker there that's been calling in. And we have North Union 28-0. Now, again, if you folks know the scores and you're at the games or you can help us out, especially with all the people that are affected by the flooding right now, even a couple people that usually call in for me are trying to take care of flooding basements.
Yeah.
If you go to a game and you know the score and we're not giving an update, please, by all means, give us a call.
That's Brian. I'm Curtis. The other guy is Jim over there. And we are here with the Sports Roundtable shows brought to you by Spearman Financial Services. Lance and Kevin there just been great since 2007. And we have them in a clip way back in 2007.
Yes, we do.
As a tribute to Dave that will play here in a little bit. So you don't want to miss out that tribute. We're here brought to you by Spearman Financial Services, Griffin Insurance, the Living Center, Senior Living Apartment Communities, Pizza Doc, Mid-Ohio Power Sports and Golf Cards, Country Court Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, and CES Credit Union. Of course, we're here on the radio. We're also on Facebook tonight, WQIO's Facebook, as we will be every Friday night. So check that out. And we've got more coming up on, well, you know what? Before we do that, we've got the phones. Let's go to the phones.
Absolutely.
All right, you're on the line.
Afternoon or evening.
Hey,
yeah, hi, how you doing?
You got the old timer from Sparta.
Yes, sir. Glad to have him.
The greatest game I ever played, softball.
Don't do this.
Trinity. 7 years we won the Mount Vernon City Church League Championship. Brian Gaston got up a bunch of college kids and thought, I think it was 2 years before I quit, and he thought he was going to put it to us. We beat him 5-4.
You mean Brian would do something like that and then turn around and get beat?
You ain't kidding.
What's up with
dude.
that, Brian?
Oh, Trinity had they're wonderful people.
You're trying to stack the team.
Well, yeah. I was using NIL money.
Did you have Jim play?
Well, no, because we were passing the plate in church. You didn't get it up. So,
Well, Brian, I said hi, and I got to play against Dave Bevican.
Yes.
He had that basketball team from the radio station.
Yes.
They beat us in the last minute and a half.
Oh.
It was really a good game. I got to know him pretty well. I can't believe I'm outliving him.
Oh.
My birthday's the 31st, 90.
Oh my!
Oh, that's
happy
fun.
birthday to you!
Great
God
job.
bless, man.
Did you play any high school sports? Where did you go to Sparta or Highland or whatever it was then?
Sparta, 6-man football. I played only 2 years of football, 4 years of track, 4 years of baseball, and 6 years of basketball.
All-star. Hey, I want you to describe what was your helmet like when you played 6-man football?
They wasn't much.
Okay, let me ask you this. You played for Sparta. Where did they play the game?
Yeah.
Right behind the school?
The same spot?
Baseball baseball field there.
Yeah.
The old football field right behind the school.
So they played there? Okay. I know what spot you're talking about. Yeah.
That's it. What's your name?
Yeah.
Well, Don, thanks for calling.
Wonderful
By the way,
fella.
did you hear the tribute that we played for Dave earlier?
Yeah.
Did you hear that was a Highland basketball game
Yes.
that he's calling in that from 1980. It was a regional final game.
Yeah, I remember.
You might have been at the game.
Yep, I probably was. I worked up there 15 years.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt
I
if you were
even
at the
had
game.
to put up with Brian.
It always comes around to Brian, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Seems to be a theme going here.
Oh, love you, fella.
Well, thank you so much for calling and happy early birthday.
All right. Thank
very
you. We'll see you now.
Oh, that was a great call. 740-397-1300, the number to call if you want to share. We're going to get the scores in a little bit. We'll take a break back in a moment on WQIO.
Hot dog, get your hot dog. Customize and save. Liberty Mutual. Hey, I like your method. Direct, to the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's a really big deal at JCPenney. This weekend only, buy two, get two free underwear, socks, and bras. Mix, match, and stock up on everyday essentials for the family. Yes, JCPenney. Valid 8/21 through 8/23. Exclusions apply. See stores or jcp.com for details.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly. Parts.
Hi, I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Barb. We're not bots. We're real people at Cosby Heating and Cooling. Call us and find out how Bryant keeps your home comfy all year long. 740-393-HEAT.
Make your home a Cosby home.
License number 21057.
Ready to turn romance into an adventure you'll never forget? Picture yourself escaping with someone special, relaxing at a beautiful destination, and making unforgettable memories together. Now, Duncan's Diamonds in the Newark Heath area in the Indian Mound Mall is making your jewelry purchase even more rewarding. For a limited time, when you make a jewelry purchase of $3,500 or more, you'll receive a complimentary 3-day, 2-night getaway to one of more than 22 amazing destinations. Everything is free. And when we say getaway, we mean it. Your tickets, your hotel stay, your experience, it's all included. Just choose your destination and get ready to go. Whether you're choosing the perfect engagement ring, celebrating an anniversary, or surprising someone you love, your next romantic adventure could begin at Duncan's Diamonds. Find the perfect jewelry, then pack your bags. Your getaway is on us. But don't wait. This special offer is available for a limited time. For complete details, visit Duncan's Diamonds in the Newark Heath area in the Indian Mound Mall.
Hi, I'm Kara.
And I'm Barb. We're not bots. We're real people at Cosby Heating and Cooling. Call us and find out how Bryant keeps your home comfy all year long. 740-393-HEAT.
Make your home a Cosby home.
License number 21057.
Hey y'all, it's Charlie Starr from Blackberry Smoke. Y'all know our fans are like family to us, and family watches out for each other, especially when we're out riding. So before you or your crew get on your motorcycles, make sure you're good to ride. Even one drink could be too many. Don't let a good ride end the wrong way. Ride sober or get pulled over.
Paid for by NHTSA.
It ain't nothing new.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. 'Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job at Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom.
Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on the DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries, now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
WQIO studios are presented by
Knox County Veteran Services, located at 105 East Chestnut Street, Mount Vernon, serving all those who have served us and their families.
You're listening to the Ohio Superstation, 93.7 The Super Q, WQIO, Mount Vernon, Newark, Delaware, Mansfield.
Super Q Time and Temperature is brought to you by A-Plus Auto Brokers. We will buy your car. Bring it into us at 504 West High Street, Mount Vernon. Go aplusauto.com.
It's 9:07 and 71 degrees. And we're back at the Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Show. I'm Curtis Newland, along with Brian Gaston and Jim Gaston. I'm going to give a score this time. Then you guys can go with the rest of it.
Go right ahead.
Tiffany has told me Fredericktown, C.J. Dickerson had a huge run for the Freddies. Put them first and 10 at the 12. Then they were second and 9 on the 11. Touchdown Freddies. Garver, 21-7 is the score now for the Fredericktown Freddies. And I think that's going to make Freddy fans a lot happier.
Well, yeah, and you know what, folks? Yeah, they did graduate a lot of important people. But you know what? They'll be back. They're going to use this experience to get better. In Highland, hey, but if you hold on, this is a great win for you. But we'll have to wait and see. But folks, if your school comes out right at the beginning, first game, and they lose their first game or something, give them time.
All right, let's go to the phones real quick. You're on the line, I think. Hello?
Oh, Curtis.
Yeah.
Hey, how y'all doing out there, boys?
Good, Bob. How are you doing?
Bob?
Hey, how you doing, Brian?
Hey,
Jim?
Good.
Hey, Elvis, my pig said hi.
Great. I hope to see you.
You got to.
What you got for us, Bob?
Give him a high five.
There you go. Hi, Paul.
Yeah, hey, you guys were talking about Dave tonight, which I know you want to play that thing, Curtis, for
Yeah.
Dave, and I'm glad that you're doing that. It's a very good thing. But the thing that I was saying on the Pulse during the week, Dave he was just one who cared about the youth. He cared a whole lot about youth, and that was the thing with Dave. When I was a kid growing up, he would come with over to Pleasant Street School.
Yeah.
And he would play touch football with us kids when we were little, and he was just great. He was just one of the best people that you could talk to. And I borrowed a video thing from him once about the Ohio State Woody Hayes. The BBC did a thing on Woody Hayes.
I remember it well.
Yes, and it was a great documentary about the Buckeyes and Woody Hayes. And Dave had a copy of that, and he let me see that, and that was really great. That Dave was nice enough to be able to let me borrow that to see that.
Bob, did you ever hear him talk about left-handed catchers?
No.
You probably did, because I remember it's him talking on the radio, and he couldn't believe they had a left-handed catcher. It just didn't work out very well. Yeah, it bothered him a lot. Dave had a lot of funny things too that he would talk about. Yeah, he'll be missed. Now, when you said you remember him, how old do you think he was at the time?
Pretty much started on the radio there. Well, actually, no, he was there a couple years because I was, like I say, a teenager, and this was back in the '60s. So that late '60s.
Did you listen to Dave call many of the basketball games?
Yes, he called him and Roger Hill.
Yeah,
him and Roger Hill were buddies, like you say, and of course Roger passed away years ago. And they were good buddies, and they did a lot together. And Dave was sorely missed Roger when Roger passed away.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to meet Roger, and he brought me an audio tape of them doing a game, which was great. I think it was back towards the time that Dave retired. But that we were talking a little while ago, the clip that's on the tribute. And did you hear the tribute yet?
Yes, I heard the first one. Yes, I've been listening to the show.
Yeah.
You know me, Brian. I listen to all of it.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah,
buddy.
that was from 1980, Highland at the regional finals. And Tim Belcher was on that team.
Yeah.
So, well, hey, thanks for the call. We appreciate it. Anything else before we let you go?
Well, just one more thing. You guys were talking about paid to play in high school. You know, and everybody knows, and we talked about this last year, Brian. It's the OHSA. What it is they're going to get certain players, and they're going to see that they get paid, and then that way, then they can bring the cost up on the tournament games at the end of the year because this player is playing at that game. So you should be able to pay a little bit more to see this player.
That would have been happening when I played. Sure.
High school players and high school in general.
Can you imagine how much? Can you imagine how much Brian would have made?
Yeah, pack of gum.
Going to high school tournament games is I think pretty high anyway.
It is anymore. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Right.
and they've caught themselves in a legal pinch. This is part of the courts and that whole thing, and they just haven't been able to manage through it. That's for sure. Well, thanks, Bob, for the call. We appreciate it. Number to call 740-397-1300 is the number if you want to get in on the conversation and scores. I guess we need to continue with the scores.
Let me start off with the scores here. I'll give Brian a little break, but listen, if you've got scores and updates more than what I've got,
please
feel
let
free.
us know.
Let's start off with obviously Danville 40, Dalton 12, Fredericktown and Highland. Highland leads 21-7, and Martins Ferry now is 42-13 over Mount Gilead. That's in the fourth quarter. Northridge, East Knox. Do you have anything?
I have 14-7 Northridge over East Knox, but we really want an update from anybody that could give us an update there. Our system is a great system, but they sometimes will hold on to a score until right toward the end. It drives you crazy.
Right.
So you have something, correct us, please.
Absolutely. We want to hear from you. If you've got comments about the game you're watching,
yes,
just want to throw in. You don't even have the score because you don't care about the scoreboard. You're just watching what's on the field. We'll take anything at this point.
That's
we do want
right.
to remind you, hey, we need to play Phrase That Pays.
No,
$100
Whoa.
anywhere you want.
That is a great one.
Okay,
I love it.
what do you got?
Spearman Financial Services. Here's the number, 740-397-1300. You've heard it all week. We've had it on the radio. Spearman Financial Services, Phrase That Pays. If you can tell me the phrase that pays, you can win that $100. Here's the number, 740-397-1300. Phone lines are open. Give us a call now, if you would, and we'll be back in a moment on WQIO.
It's your home, farm, auto, business, RV, or boat, Griffin Insurance has you covered. Located at 300 Coshocton Avenue in Mount Vernon, we've been protecting what matters most to Knox County for decades. Call 740-397-7488 today and experience the trusted local service you deserve. Griffin Insurance, coverage you can count on from people you know.
You know what America's Best Pizza tastes like? Hi, this is Mike Amheiser, and the reason that I win awards across the country, and most importantly right here at home, is simple. It's our ingredients. At the Pizza Doc, we don't take shortcuts. I pledge to make you that same prize-winning pizza every time. Listen to what our customers say.
Rookie alert for the Pizza Doc. What did you go for the pizza?
We did the white sauce chicken. It's pretty darn good.
It's delicious. I really like it.
Call today, the Pizza Doc in Fredericktown, and find out what America's Best Pizza tastes like at 740-694-1555.
I love Pizza Doc.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-917-5151. That's 800-917-5151. 800-917-5151.
All right, it's the Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Show. We go to the phone lines. Maybe we have a winner. What's the phrase that pays? Hello?
Hey.
Yeah.
It's Pete Ross, 4,256 hits.
You know what? I'm going to give that to you. Pete Rose became Major League Baseball's all-time hits leader with 4,256 career hits. I watched that game on television. I watched him get the Corvette from Marge Schott. And congratulations. What's your name?
Billy Alrizon.
Now, wait a minute. You're going to have to spell that out for me.
Okay. Billy, Billie.
Okay.
And my last name's Alrousan.
All right. There you go. All right. We're going to have $100. You're going to have to prove it with your ID, okay? And you're going to contact Spearman Financial Services next week, and they'll get you set up.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. What's that, Brian? You
I was
trying to tell
asking
me
her
something?
where she's from.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we should have asked her where
I
she's
just
from.
like to know where
Billy, where are you from? I didn't hear you. She's off the phone.
That's okay. I just wondered.
Hey, call back.
Call back.
Call back.
Call back, Billy. All right. Brian was a little
Brian's
late.
still trying to line up dates. I'm telling you.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
They got a couple notches after the Danville group. So
Hey, and I would like to hear from that lady from Danville.
Oh,
all right?
she's great.
Come on, honey. Let's talk here. Let's go.
I got my hair done. Call in.
740-397-1300, the number to call. News show. Yes, you're listening, and you're like, who are these people? Well, it's Curtis. I'm Curtis. We got Brian. We got Jim here talking about high school football and a lot of things that, of course, are regarded to football. Let's go to the phone lines. Good evening. You're on the air.
This is Billy again.
Yes, Billy. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Mississippi,
I can't tell.
but I live in Mount Vernon now.
Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon's much better. Much better in Mount Vernon, isn't it?
No.
Okay, Billy, where did you go to school? What was your name of your high school?
Nelson High School.
And what was special about Nelson High School? Was it a big school?
No, I live in a small, 2,000 people, I think.
Did you play any sport?
No. Well, I did when I got older, but...
Did you play on
But
Brian's
I-
softball team?
No. She refused.
When I was working in a factory.
Oh, I got you. All right. Well, hey, thanks so much, Billy, for calling, and get a hold of Spearman next week, okay?
Okay, hey, my last name is from Jordan.
Is that right? What's that?
Yep, I was married to Arabic.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah. My son, who's in the Army, has served a time or two in Jordan. And that is, hey, that's awesome. We really appreciate you calling in tonight, too.
Yes, thank you.
It's a nice place. It is.
Brian's
I
just looking for
need to see anything
compliments.
going on.
Well, Billy, thank you so much for calling. We appreciate it. And she's a winner.
That's great.
The
That's
Spearman
great.
Financial Services phrase that pays. I never find anything that pays, let alone a phrase.
You're in the wrong line.
The wrong line of work.
Yeah.
All right. So we got any updates and scores that are coming through right now? I think I've got one maybe coming from Fredericktown and Highland game. If I can control my devices here. It's 25-7.
Okay.
Or excuse me, 28-7, 27 seconds left in the game. Scott just scored a touchdown.
Okay. That will probably do it with that many time left.
28-7.
7.
All righty.
Hey, I got a few more here. Martins Ferry 42, Mount Gilead 13. We mentioned that a little bit ago. Centerburg 35, Utica 14. That's in the fourth. Winford over Cardington 14-6. In the third quarter, Ontario over Lexington 21-7. New Philadelphia.
Go Quakers.
I think so. I think Louisville, if I had it right, or I might have reversed that in a second. Let's see. We had Gahanna over Pick Central so far, 21-3. We do have a final. Worthington Kilbourne 42, Watkins Memorial 0.
And an update there also, Jim. Cardington now has tied it 14-14 with Winford.
No kidding.
Very
yes,
good.
isn't that good start?
Good news for
14.
Cardington. Go
Yes.
Pirates.
All right. So is that in the fourth quarter as well?
Yes.
Okay.
740-397-1300. Give us a call. Be a part of the show, and hopefully we'll get some coaches
Hey,
a
I'm
little
still
bit later.
looking for the Newark score. It
kidding.
shows 2-0 in the first quarter.
Oh, wow.
And
Well,
it's all
that's
lined
I
obviously
up.
got one
can't
of the
be.
fathers there and our assistant principal at Eagle Wings, and he's not contacting me.
You
He's mad at
you
you.
got to crack the whip, Brian. That's what you
Okay.
got to do.
I will just put him on a table there when I see him Monday.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about high school football and trends. So I noticed a couple of years ago, a lot of teams were coming away. The spread offense was, huge for so long. which I enjoy the spread. It makes the game
Yeah.
longer if it's a bad game and if they can't, complete a pass. But that was the trend for a long time. It's kind of peeled back from that, right? We're seeing some wing T. We're seeing a lot more. What are those trends right now that you're seeing in high school football?
Well, like you said, we started out, we played it with the old I formation. Dive
I
right,
like
dive
the
left.
eye. I like the eye.
You
Yeah.
got to have the personnel to run the
unless
eye.
you were unless you're my size at Mount Vernon at 170 pounds playing against a 280 pounder, that's not good.
I don't think it was the weight. Let's go to the phones. Good evening. You're on the line. Nope. Man, nope.
That guy's called back several times.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
Well, the weight didn't bother me. She was tough. She was. We started with the I formation. Then we went split backs because we went crazy, and then, like you said, it started to go now spread it out. Okay, that gave some teams a chance to do it, but you know what? I was really seeing there for a while. I thought the quality was off. I really did, because it's wing it, and see what you got, and then we started seeing the scores get further. I think it's cyclical. It comes back again, and I really believe that no matter what Team A is doing, Team B needs to find its own identity and do what you believe in and well.
It's the dynamic that you're going to find yourself beating other teams at. If you're doing the same thing just to do it.
That's right. But and we talked before, wing T, people go, well, I just don't like wing T. It doesn't.
You're talking about me, aren't you, Brian?
Absolutely. And but no, you said, and I get it. Wing T wasn't really built to score a lot of points, but if you look at,
or be fun to watch.
It can be, because remember, wing T is not just wing T.
Yes, right.
We can spread that too, but right now, when we scored 36 points a game, that
he scored all sorts of points with the
now
wing T.
here
We
I
always did.
I want to point this out because Fredericktown runs wing T, and I don't
Partly,
want
yes.
to tick off Scott Spitzler.
No, if you do,
Because-
I'll stand behind you.
No, well, I'm going to get behind Jim.
Yeah. And if things get rough,
and
I'm bringing my wife.
it's not even that I don't. It's the observance part of it, and it's a radio broadcaster. This is really the reason.
Mhm.
I'll make this clear. It's not because I think it's a bad offense or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
It's strictly selfish. As a radio broadcaster, who's got the ball?
That's the idea.
Who's got the ball?
There you go.
But it's all about the radio broadcaster, Brian. Don't you get it?
Well, I had people go, Brian, the only problem I got with the offensive runner, it's always the same play.
Yeah.
I went, thank you.
And if you do
Because it's not the same
if
play.
you call a wing T game
Mhm.
and it's raining and you're on a real field,
Oh,
turf
my.
field, I mean, it's just okay. They snapped the football, they ran forward. That's
Yep.
your call.
There you go.
What else are you going to do?
That's really the only thing. But it's been effective for a lot of teams. I mean, you look at when I first got into this area, it was Highland running the wing T
Uh-huh.
that I was aware of, and they ran it great.
Yep.
I mean, they were lockstep, which your timing's got to be exquisite.
It
And
has
maybe
to
you
be.
guys can talk about timing for a wing T and
Mhm.
what makes the wing T really go.
What it does is it gives you a chance offensively to match up with any team that you have on your schedule. Meaning, my guys, we had some really good lines that were big, and so we kind of dominated a lot of people with that. But if you have smaller, like I did with Utica, we were a lot smaller than some of the teams we were facing. So we put the wing T in because your rule of thumb is never the man straight across. It's always the first man you find to the inside. So it's all about angles. And if someone my size who's not real big could block at an angle down on someone like you that would be big and strong and all this other stuff, I can't handle you one-on-one, but I can come down from a side and get you. And that's what wing T does. It gives you opportunity to use smaller people and move the football.
It's easier to block with them.
Yeah.
But if you design those blocks to do that, but it's it's the angles.
The
are
problem
what it
is in nowhere around here. I've been here for 20 years, but I did games before that at another place.
Mhm.
It was always the team that did, they couldn't compete with the other team, and
Right.
they weren't really big,
Mhm.
and they ran the wing T and just got killed.
Yeah, it
Was just off. And I'm like, maybe you should try something to
Well-
get the ball down because it was ugly.
Well, it's not the Jimmys and Joes Or no, it's not the
X's and O's.
X's and O's. It's the Jimmys and Joes. I got news for you. If you don't have the talent of the other team, chances are they're going to win. It depends on what are you able to do with it. But again, I urge you, wing tee looks one way to some people, but then I can spread the wings out. I can create trips. I can do whatever I want out of it. Now, that's how it's different.
Sports Roundtable brought to you by CES Credit Union, Country Court, Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, Mid-Ohio Power Sports and Golf Carts, Pizza Doc, the Living Center, Senior Living Apartment Communities, Griffin Insurance, and Spearman Financial Services, the Spearman Financial Sports Roundtable. And I think at this point, a lot of some of the games are over. Some of you are in your cars. We're going to play, and we'll do this again later, but Dave Bevington tribute that we put together. We're going to play it once again right now.
Welcome back to the Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Plus show on this Friday night. Our special guest tonight on the program, head coach Doc Holliday of Marshall. Tell us about
Jay Jan, left wing with it to Pat Miller to Bobby Hinkle, right wing. Passing inside to Belcher. Fakes over Mersch, and he scores! 48-43. Highland leads. Pass down low. Jay Jan way up is good! What a pass! What a pass by Bobby Hinkle!
It's the annual Devil Dog game between the Blue Devils of Danville and the East Knox Bulldogs. Tonight's game live from Chatlooney Stadium at East Knox High School. The keynote speaker for the Buckeye Spirit event in Knox County here in Mount Vernon, Craig Krenzel, former quarterback of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Craig, welcome to Mount Eagle 93.7 Sports presents Mount Vernon High School Yellow Jacket Basketball. Tonight's game. Welcome back to the Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Plus show on this Friday night. And tomorrow it's the opening game for the Ohio State Buckeyes in the Horseshoe in Columbus as they take on Navy. It's our pleasure to have with us on the program tonight the head coach of Navy, Ken Niumatalolo. Coach, how are you?
Roger Hill, Dave's broadcast partner over, I believe, many years and a good friend.
Didn't know Dave until we just got met. They said, here's your new play-by-play guy. And we met, became real good friends driving over in Columbus. And Dave was at the wheel as usual. And sometimes he kind of could get lost pretty easy. And he said, boy, that's a bad-looking neighborhood over there. I'm glad we're not down in there. Well, it wasn't 5 minutes. He had us down in there. We were trying to get back out. And then the time we were coming back from Dayton, we done to do the Dayton Regional, and we got on the road, and Dave was tired, and he sort of leaned back there, and I think that was my turn. I think I missed the turn, because the sign club, 10 miles Toledo.
In the studio with us are two of my favorite guys, Lance and Kevin Spearman of Spearman Financial Services, and our sponsor this year. We're proud to have them as the title sponsor of Sports Roundtable Plus for 2007. And first to you, Kevin. Really appreciate your support, and I know obviously you've played football, a big football fan, and appreciate your support.
It's a real honor to be able to be able to sponsor.
Lance, step over here a little bit. And of course, obviously, you played football also. And what are your thoughts on how you relate stressful times in business to how you were able to handle that?
I think obviously you face a lot of adversity in sports.
Kevin and Lance Spearman of Spearman Financial Services, our title sponsor this year.
Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable. Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Plus.
Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Plus show on this Friday night. I am Dave Bevington, and this is the last Spearman Financial Services Roundtable show.
Dave Bevington passed away. Dave started this show 35 years ago and died a week ago on Friday, which would typically be the first night of Sports Roundtable. How ironic. Dave Bevington, will sorely miss him. If you want to call, 740-397-1300, 740-397-1300. Now, a lot of games are getting out. Let's run through the scores once again if we can.
We have Danville 48, Dalton 12, Highland 28, Fredericktown 7, Martins Ferry 42, Mount Gilead 13, Northridge 14, East Knox 7. Would love an update.
No, sir. I got an update there.
Do it.
It is 19-14 East Knox over Northridge.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big turnaround.
Is that
that
over?
is
or in
a final.
Wow.
No kidding.
So the Bulldogs pulled it out tonight.
Wow.
So Mr. Steinmetz gets his first win.
Yes, sir. We'd like to hear from him, too.
Yep. give us a call. We've got a hotline number out there. We might have a little difficulty with some of the coaches. We've got had a number problem, but hopefully we'll get some call in here in a little bit.
We also have. Do you have any more?
I got Highland over Fredericktown. That is a final, 28-7.
Okay.
Worthington Kilbourne final, 42-0 over Watkins Memorial. Let's see, what do we have? I got some other scores here. Tri-Valley 19, Meadowbrook 6, but that's been hanging on as a second quarter score. That's got to be a lot different there. Upper Arlington 40, Olentangy 7. Wow, that's a big surprise there. So we got Sheridan is losing to Licking Valley 28-13. That is in the fourth quarter. Most of these games are in the fourth quarter or a final.
Was that game at Licking Valley?
That was, yes, I think so. Yes,
one of the beautiful valleys to see
it's a
early
great
season
facility.
Football.
Great
Just beautiful across there.
Yeah, that's all I got right now. Go ahead,
Licking Valley game is now final. They win it 28-13 over Sheridan. That's my goodness.
That's a good score over Sheridan.
Yes,
Sheridan
it is.
Tough every year.
Also another final. Martins Ferry 42, Mount Gilead 19.
Did we have a Mount Vernon update? Did you guys give that one?
Well, yeah.
You go ahead.
They're fighting over who gets to say it.
No. That's Marion Harding 20, Mount Vernon 17, and I have it in the fourth quarter. So it has to be late in the fourth quarter.
So if anybody if they're at the game
please.
or coming from that game or whatever, give us a call. Give us some idea of what's happened there. The number to call, 740-397-1300. Coach Mark Weber, of course, Mount Vernon. Ed Honebarger joined the staff this season. Of course, was at Loudonville previous, and a lot of people know Ed Honebarger from other schools, including Danville and West Holmes. We talked about that a little bit earlier. We'll take a break. Be back in a moment on WQIO, the Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Show.
At the Center of Mount Vernon, we provide active, carefree, secure senior living. Our on-site restaurant and salon mean no more battling Mother Nature to enjoy a meal and feel and look good. Give us a call at 740-397-3897. Visit us at thelivingcenter.net or at 201 North Main Street in Mount Vernon and find us on social media. The Living Center is a Levering Management senior apartment community.
Want a rugged, well-equipped 6-seat utility side-by-side with heat and air conditioning? Try the CF Moto U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland with Mid-Ohio Power Sports. Designed with a powerful engine, rugged suspension, premium cab delivering year-round comfort. Ridiculously well-equipped. Wild outside, Highland inside. MSRP $27,499. Choose CF Moto and experience more. The next great ride starts at Mid-Ohio Power Sports.
CF Motor recreational vehicles are intended for off-road use only and can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit cfmotorusa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Insurance has you covered. Shock to Knox County for decades. 747-74. Experience the trusted local service you deserve. Insurance, coverage you can count on.
And welcome back to the Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Show. We've got the phones lighting up. Good evening. You're on the air. What you got for us?
Hey, I'm giving you guys an update on that Harding Mount Vernon game. It's down to like 20-something seconds left. Mount Vernon 17, Harding 21.
Okay, so what's happening in that 20 seconds? Who has the ball? And
Harding has the ball. They're going to have to get one more first down, it looks like. Mount Vernon had the ball late, going in for a chance, but they threw an interception there in the last minute or so.
Ouch.
Down to the last tick.
How has the flow of the game been? I mean, how did Mount Vernon look to you?
It was Harding turned the ball over a few times early, and it looked like a turnover. They had got a safety and everything in the opening quarter. Kind of somewhat, I would say, third quarter was dominated. Second, third quarter was kind of even, and then with the problem was their Mount Vernon called all their timeouts in the third quarter.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
Yeah,
what are you looking at right now? Is it still 20 seconds or is it they in play?
I was listening to it on the radio as I was riding around delivering pizzas.
Oh, gotcha.
Hey, excellent.
Yeah. You gonna swing one by our address?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, well, thanks so much for calling. You too.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks for calling in.
All right, 740-397-1300, the number to call. Give us a call. We'll keep you updated with the scores and so forth. We're at that time where a lot of things are ending, and a couple of games maybe still hanging on. If you have it, we're looking for a score for Newark.
I
or
want
an
Newark,
affirmation.
and I wanted who else? It was Newark. Now we did get the Centerburg. That's wonderful to get that. I would love to see what Loudonville and Mapleton are doing.
All right, so if you have that score, give us a call, 740-397-1300. Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Show. What happens after the game? So you get, you guys both obviously been coaches. What happens after the game? So you get a win, and you get a loss. Is it different after the game, and what happens?
Especially in early season, that first game, if you win it, you try to say, guys, we got a lot to work on, and we really do. But congratulations, you gave us everything we wanted. Once you go home, mind your P's and Q's. Don't give us a reason on Monday to run everybody, and make sure everything's cool. And then you try to downplay it a little bit. If you lose, now Mr. Psychology comes out. Hey guys, we're going to be right there. We lost 54-0, but don't worry about it. We almost had that first down.
So tear them down when they win, and
build them up when
they lose.
And honestly, it sounds funny to do that, but it's really true. You have to be a psychologist, because the greatest leap in your players will be from the first to second week.
So what's the coaches doing in the behind the scenes? Game's over. You're an hour after the game. You've already called Sports Roundtable.
Mm-hmm.
What's next?
Now you're going to go. Well, we would always say. I'd always say, guys, go home. You're all right. Go home. And they would stay around, and we'd start making tapes for next week's game, because by then we were able to get the tapes in by our scouts back then. And then the other thing is we would sit and listen to the radio and get scores. I kid you not. That's exactly what we do. And we'd start keeping track of everything.
And then the next morning,
you're still awake. Some of them are still making, you are.
Yeah,
Either way, if you lost, it's a horrible feeling. If you won, you're so hyped you can't sleep. And so
why is, I mean, I know the hype is, but there's a process, or there's a reason then on Saturday you got to kick into gear, right? Because it's all timing. You have so long to get whatever it is changes in place, so that when you get to practice on Monday, right, you got a game plan.
Well, again, Friday night, it's an exchange of information. Friday night, we kind of come down together. The coaches meeting emotionally, try to focus. Many of us will show up really, really early Saturday morning, and we will start watching the film, so that we can now tell the team about last night's game, because we've been working on the next game already. So we'll watch that film. The kids will come in. We'll look at it, show the corrections that we want, a couple of drives or whatever there is. And then we'll have the kids go out and run. And then the staff will stay together, and we'll start putting game plans together for the following week, and making out our sheets and films and anything else we want the kids to have. This is what they run. This is what we do. Be prepared come Monday. And then we have to get all the practice that's ready for next week.
All right. They give us a call, 740-397-1300. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a moment on WQIO Sports Roundtable.
Spearman Financial Services, financial plans that last a lifetime.
It is never easy to determine if you're financially ready to retire. You read your statements, and a calculation appears showing what is needed, but truly, how accurate is this number? You listen and view financial programs that give you hypotheticals on that magic number. But you remember the adage, one shoe doesn't fit all. At Spearman Financial Services, we carefully evaluate everyone's needs and formulate a plan. We can then make a recommendation on whether retirement is now, near future, or possibly down the road. Spearman Financial Services, financial plans that last a lifetime.
Securities offered through Valmark Securities Incorporated, member FINRA, SIPC.
Investment advisory services offered through Valmark Advisors Incorporated, SEC registered investment advisor. Spearman Financial Services is a separate entity from Valmark Securities Incorporated and Valmark Advisors Incorporated. Past performances cannot guarantee future results. One cannot invest directly in an index.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-960-3377. That's 800-960-3377. 800-960-3377.
Central Ohio weather. It's currently 75 degrees under clear skies. The wind is from the east at 4 miles per hour. Overnight, cloud-free and somewhat breezy, about 64 degrees. And then tomorrow, it will be overcast with some wind, with scattered thunderstorms. Temperature around 74. That's Storm Track weather on Ohio's Superstation 93.7, the Super Q.
And it is the Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Show. I'm Curtis Newland, along with Brian Gaston and Jim Gaston, and celebrating the life of Dave Bevington. Lived a great life. We hated to see, obviously, the passing of Dave. And we honored him tonight with the tribute we played, and we'll play it again come up here in the next hour. Let's go to the phones. Good evening. You're on the air.
Hey, guys. I called earlier about the North Union score. I have the final for you.
Oh, great.
It
Sure.
was North Union 49, Pleasant 7.
Yeah,
I have also another final score, and yes, this is real. I had my aunt confirm it. Because my nephew plays for Owen Tangy Orange. Owen Tangy Orange beats Berlin 80-29.
No.
How did that happen?
Oh.
Thanks for the call. We appreciate it.
Well, the way that happens is that one team's playing 11 guys and the other's playing six-man football. Holy
wow,
cow.
that's incredible. We still need that Newark score, right?
Yes.
Newark, and was it Licking Heights tonight?
Yeah. Yes.
So if you have that score, give us a call, 740-397-1300. You can help us out. We can help you out. Brian will meet you in a dark alley somewhere and give you some, I don't know, pennies.
Yeah. If you're
that
lucky.
really went weird, didn't it?
If you have pennies, give them to me.
All right, 740-397-1300. High school football Friday night, man. You know, already week 1 really in the books for a lot of these teams now. And it's going to fly by. We're going to go to week 2, and then it'll feel like week 5, and then it jumps to 7, and then 10, and you're all done, you know, except for the postseason. And so anyway, we're glad we've had some really great calls tonight. We thank you for doing that, and hope to get some coaches calling in here in a little while after they get settled in. And we are into the last 45 minutes on the show. Let's go to the phones. Good evening. You're on the air.
Hey, Curtis, it's Steve Conley.
Hi, Steve. How you doing? Hey, you've got a Newark score, I bet you.
You would be right. I actually just left the game. Very good one. Licking Heights got a good team. Newark got some growing to do, but Newark would pull out a 16-12 win tonight.
No kidding. Wow. What was the determining factor for Newark?
I think the special teams on Licking Heights' part, they missed a field goal. Their very first possession turned into a punt that was fumbled out of the back of the end zone for a safety. So those two scenarios actually would help give Newark the win with 2 touchdowns.
That would do it.
How did Peterson look as a running back tonight?
Peterson, he had a hard time. I think the heat was really getting to them tonight.
Yeah.
Peterson had some cramps. He went down a couple times, but he did have one of the touchdowns. So it was a very slow-moving game, very methodical running game tonight.
All right. Hey, thanks, Steve, for calling.
That
We appreciate
is awesome.
it. Call us next week.
Always great to hear from you. Thanks, bud. Bye.
All right. Steve Conley, thank you so much. And the Newark Wildcats pulling out a victory there. Boy, that's a great-looking stadium, too. Were they at home?
Yes, Newark was at home.
Newark and Whitefield there, they did renovations to it. It's been a while now, but it really is a nice place.
Oh, yes.
To see a ball game now. But thanks for the call. That was very helpful. 740-397-1300. If you've got a score from anywhere through Central and Mid-Ohio and you want to share it with us, that'd be great. Then you can call us every week and talk to us. We'd love to hear from you on that. We were just talking about some of the things that the coaches go through. Here comes a phone call. Let's go to it. Good evening. You're on the air.
Elliot Bradley, Big Walnut, tough team, 32-7 beat Bradley. Burley's a stud.
Isn't he, though? I was lucky to have Daddy play for me.
Did you just notice that he was a stud or what? I mean,
isn't he something?
All over the field, probably 275, 279.
Wow.
Great game.
Oh, wow.
Like his dad.
What other thing?
Thank you.
Thank you for the call. We appreciate it. 740-397-1300, the number to call. Those are the phone calls we love. Tell us a little bit about your experience at the game.
Yes.
That'd be fantastic. Talking about coaches and what they do as they get to the weekend. What is it that you're looking for on the play? You know, because you're going to make adjustments on Monday, whether you win or you lose. Slightly different, right?
Yes.
What's that process like? What are you looking for? What changes do you make? Because that's a lot of decision making.
Well,
Quick.
you want to be careful. You'll send a message to your kids. If you change a lot of things, you're sending the wrong message. What you do is you find out what you did well. And then, of course, what defense or offense are they running? And what can we do to match up better with them? It would be a minor change, but it would change them, like their blocking schemes or whatever. But you're taking your kids and just saying, here's what we did. It was okay. Now, if we improve it, this is what it's going to look like against this team. So those are the adjustments. We're not going to say, okay, guys, we're going to change everything. You just come.
Is it easy to misread sometimes?
Yes.
In other words, if you see your team responded a certain way on the first night, okay, and maybe it was an attitude issue, which is a whole different treatment, right?
Yes.
But maybe you kind of missed it and you kind of covered it up, or you didn't want to deal with it and you wanted to just try to encourage them into the, how do you deal with that?
Well, it's a great question. It depends, again, on the people in general that you're dealing with. It depends on how the loss came about. If it's an attitude thing, that could be about 10 different ways to handle it. You have to know the kid or kids. And, you know, like some kids, they honestly, it's a little bit weird because I'd never responded to a bunch of people yelling at me. But if you just told me what you wanted, that's fine. And so you have to figure out who you're dealing with. How you feel about that?
Everyone's different.
Yep.
And like Brian said, you know, you don't respond to the guy just screaming at you all the time, because usually if it's a screamer, you're going to hear that all the time. So it doesn't have any effect. In fact, some of the times when I got on players, and you remember this in the practice one time, I was just all over a kid for he just and the coach said, should I go get him to settle him back? And Brian said, no, he's on a roll.
But hold on to that thought.
Yeah.
Let's catch the phone.
All right.
Good evening. You're on the air.
Hey guys, it's J.R. Bowman calling.
JR, how you doing, man?
JR.
What's going on?
Well, we're here all ready to hear you because we know you got some good stuff for us.
Just in Mount Gilead, they hosted Martin's Ferry this evening. Tough one. Martin's Ferry is tough. Mount Gilead is young and rebuilding.
Yes.
And final score of 42-19.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
19,
it was
okay.
42-6 at halftime. And so Mount Gilead came out still fighting and fought all the way to the end.
Tough loss, but what did you?
Back in as best they could.
I was going to say tough loss, and you obviously you saw some resilience come from them. Did you see anything else good from them tonight that you think's hopeful?
You know, I think I've dealt with Mount Gilead now for a number of years. Mike Reed and his staff, they're a great staff. Work really hard with the kids, relate well to the kids, and they're just resilient. They're real coachable. You know, they work hard. They want to adjust. I'm sure I'll be in tomorrow making adjustments to get ready to go up to Upper Sandusky next week and see what happens up there.
All right. Well, thank you for the call. We appreciate it, JR. Call us every week. We'd love to have you.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. You guys take care. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. 740-397-1300, the number to call here on the Sports Roundtable, Spearman Financial Sports Roundtable. Lance and Kevin. We were talking about Dave a little while ago. We'll play the tribute again in the next hour, but I don't think I could give justice to how close Dave, Kevin, and Lance are.
Right.
And what a great relationship they have had all these years. And I know Lance and Kevin probably, when they're ready, will want to talk about it maybe on the air, but just so close. And thoughts and prayers go out to Risa Lee.
Oh,
she is such a wonderful woman.
Yes.
And, her and Dave, just wonderful in the community and their family. And so our prayers and thoughts go out to them. And we have been paying tribute if you're just joining us. And we have about a 3-minute tribute that has Dave on the air and some stories and so forth. And we'll touch on that again in a little bit. Want to thank our sponsors, Spearman Financial Services, of course, Griffin Insurance, the Living Center Senior Living Apartment Communities, Pizza Doc, Mid-Ohio Power Sports and Golf Cars, Country Court Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, and CES Credit Union. We'll be back in a moment on WQIO.
WQIO studios are presented by
Knox County Veteran Services, 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon. Give us a call today at 740-393-6742.
You're listening to the Ohio Superstation, 93.7 The Super Q, WQIO, Mount Vernon, Newark, Delaware, Mansfield.
Central Ohio movement. Go to aplusauto.com.
It's 9:53 and 71 degrees.
Country Court Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation Center lets you experience the heart of caring with skilled nursing and therapy for after surgery. We also provide outpatient therapy for those able to return home. Give us a call at 740-397-4125. Visit us at 1076 Coshocton Avenue, countrycourt.com, and find us on social media. Country Court is a Levering Management skilled nursing center.
It's our gift to you from CES Credit Union, a free concert night for the community. Enjoy the beautiful Julia Neville and the fun, fast-paced Simba Jordan at the Schnormeyer Event Center on Saturday, September 19th. Bring your lawn chairs, soak in the sounds, and there will be food trucks, too. Starting at 6:30, that's Julia Neville and Simba Jordan, September 19th, brought to you by CES Credit Union. CESCU.com, 888-397-1136.
Spearman Financial Services, financial plans that last a lifetime.
Hi, my name is Lance Spearman, co-owner of Spearman Financial Services. I can tell you from over 30 years of experience, it's never easy when a potential client calls following the loss of employment. Your emotions run high, your thoughts may be overwhelming. I can tell you this feeling is normal, but sometimes that simply is not enough. At Spearman Financial Services, we will work hand in hand to make certain that you avoid making a rash decision and use our expertise to focus on the next step. We are firm believers in the adage, one door closes, another door opens. Spearman Financial Services, financial plans that last a lifetime.
Securities offered through Valmark Securities Incorporated, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Valmark Advisors Incorporated, SEC registered investment advisor. Spearman Financial Services is a separate entity from Valmark Securities Incorporated and Valmark Advisors Incorporated. Past performances cannot guarantee future results. One cannot invest directly in an index.
And back on the Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable show. Got a lot of calls coming in here. Let's get right to the line. Good evening. You're on the air.
Hi, this is Andy Clella, head coach at Thunderbird.
Hi, Andy. Thanks so much for calling this evening. Talk about your team. You had a big win tonight.
Yeah, we did. I was really proud of the kids tonight, especially in the second half. Kind of settled down a little bit and on both sides of the football, and kind of able to take the lead there, and kind of felt more comfortable with what we were doing, and it's a testament to them. Just sticking with it. First half was a tough half, and on both sides of the ball, and kids hung in there, and that's a credit to Utica. Their kids play super hard.
That's such a
really proud of it.
That's such a big game too, because over the years, that first game between you and Utica, it's very intensive, and like you said, it was close. What kind of changed for you guys in the second half?
I think the attitude, those kind of things. The effort was a little bit better. We changed some things personnel wise. some different things up front defensively that helped out, and then we were able to, stop them on that first drive there and get the ball back and go down and punch it in there. So that was big to get up there at that point and then use that momentum kind of moving forward there. The third quarter, I thought we played really well on both sides of the ball.
Andy, this is Brian. I had a chance to see just the end of the first half a little bit, and that catch by Marshall along your sideline into triple coverage, he had a heck of a catch. How did he do the rest of the night?
I mean, it looked like anyways, it seemed like the plan was to take them away in the run game.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to figure out different ways to get those guys the ball. And our quarterback did a great job of being patient, staying in the pocket, throwing the ball down the field. That was his first really competitive environment in terms of football. He's been out the last 2 weeks. So to get him back and to have that ability to be able to do that makes a difference when teams are going to load up the box and try to defend the run.
What will you be most happy about when you wake up in the morning other than a win?
Just the way that our kids played, man. They hung in there. They played tough. We just told them to be patient, and they were patient. And eventually, because of that, things started to go our way a little bit better.
That really does make coaches most happy, doesn't it? When your kids' attitudes are in the right spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coach Colella, thanks so much for calling us, and congratulations on the win today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Super Q, you're on the air with the Sports Roundtable. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
This is Coach Steinmetz from East Knox.
Hey, Coach Steinmetz.
Hey, number one.
Yeah, you got to win.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Well, tonight we're pretty even offensively and defensively. With Northridge. It was another battle the last 2 years. They beat us by 1 point, and this game came down to the final drive, and this year we got them. So,
how did it feel? I mean, your first one.
Yeah. Very surreal. Being an East Knox guy, graduating from East Knox, and having coached here for a couple years, being the head coach is definitely a surreal moment for me, and kind of fulfilling a lifelong dream. So, I feel very appreciative for the opportunity and very excited.
Did you feel the pressure?
For the kids, they've worked so hard this year. I maybe felt a little bit of pressure, wanting to see them come out on top this year. That was probably the most pressure that I felt, just because I've been able to sit back and watch them work through the off season, through camp, through 2-a-days, through practices. The amount of work that they put in and the leadership from our seniors, I would say that was what brought the most pressure tonight.
All right, so it's on to Winford next week at home, right?
Yeah, we're going to play Winford, and last year they beat us by, I believe, 2 scores. So we'll have them at our place. It'll be our home opener.
All right. Hey, well, congratulations on the win, Coach Steinmetz from East Knox. We appreciate your call.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
And his first roundtable call too. Good evening. You're on the air.
Scott Spiller from Fredericton.
Hey, Scott. How you doing? How'd it go tonight for you?
We were on the short end tonight. We lost 7-28. Good Highland team, and we got to get back to work and fix mistakes that we had tonight, and be better for week 2.
What kinds of things did you see from your kids that you liked, and then some things that you want to work on?
Oh, I mean, take nothing away from Highland. Coach Stover had a great game plan. Offensively, they did a nice job early in the game. And then defensively, they capitalized on our mistakes. We turned the ball over too much tonight, too many self-inflicted wounds. So we just got to clean those things. From my perspective, when I look at it from the coaching standpoint, is we're so close to being a pretty darn good football team. We just hopefully we emptied the clip tonight and we don't have any more of those bullets to shoot ourselves in the foot here moving forward.
Yeah, Scott, this is Jim Gaston. Good to hear from you. Hey, I just wanted to, we watched a little bit of the ball game right at the beginning before our show started here tonight, and it looked like Highland had a big size advantage on you up front. You think that caused a lot of issues? Because I did see you guys have some nice runs in the first half.
They put a nice drive together to they took the opening kickoff and did a nice job going down the field and to put a score on. We got the ball, and 2 plays into our series, we turned the ball over on a messed up snap and gives their offense the ball inside the 20, and we were down 14-0 right away. And it was 14-0 a half. There in the second quarter, we had a touchdown called back. Very well, if we don't turn the ball over and hold, it's a 7-7 ball game at that point. But, they capitalized on our mistakes, and it seemed like we moved the ball up and down the field. Our statistics show that we did. We just shot ourselves in the foot and didn't get in the end zone.
Right. Well, I know that Scott Spittler coach team, you'll have them ready next week. I know you will.
Yeah, I thought up front, while they had the size advantage, I thought our kids, our conditioning level was paying off throughout the game. And, we got to take advantage of that. We're not real big, but I do think that we've got a good conditioning level. We got to wear on teams with how we play. And within the system that we play, we just can't shoot ourselves in the foot.
Sure.
East Knox beat Northridge tonight. You've got Northridge next week.
Yes.
And good luck to you, Coach. We thank you for your call, and we look forward to it next week. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Scott Spittler with us here on 93.7 the Super Q, Spearman Financial Sports Roundtable, and you're on the air.
Yes, gentlemen, how are we doing tonight?
Hey, Lance. It's Lance Spearman, our grand sponsor, Spearman Financial Services. And Lance, thanks so much for the call. And, man, this show has been near and dear to you guys and Dave Bevington, and I'm sure you heard the tribute tonight.
Yes, 100%. We're coming back from Danville. We got somewhat sidetracked, but we made it home. And but no, I've been listening, and obviously, thanks guys for all that you do. And I told you earlier it'd be a hard call because I'm very emotional, and Dave was true to his word. It was back years ago. I think we said like 2007, and actually, it was kind of one of my friends of mine had the other sponsorship. And we told Dave if it ever comes up, we're going to be the people to sponsor the show, and we're not sure how we can come up with the money, but we're going to make it happen. And we stayed true to it, and we really appreciate Dave. And I'm doing my best, guys.
Yeah, you're doing awesome, Lance.
He's fantastic, and what he did for our show and our business and everything. I mean, there's no price tag on it. In the community and everything he did is just a blessing. And just going back to the time, my brother and I had a great week and thinking about the different commercials and Dave calling in and doing different things and asking us, how we should do this and that. And he helped us so much to orchestrate what we did, and just, hats off to Dave and, his prayers for his family. And just, once again, I can go on and on, but, just wanted to call in and say thank you guys for the tribute, which is definitely well thought out and just, magical.
It was, one thing about Dave, and we talked about this a little bit earlier, is Dave was a very steadfast personality. And you knew what you were going to get, and he was going to be there every time.
100%. It's kind of funny because we joke, and after we got to know him and different things like that, which I've known him forever. But the whole Newark Catholic and this and that, we go back and forth, and at the end of the day, there was respect all the way through, and he loved Coach Graham and did different things like that. What Coach Graham taught us and Dave and different things like that, and just how to become better people. And I think that everybody should understand that high school football is more about wins and losses, and it's about how you learn from what your coach is. Obviously you have two coaches right there with you right now, and we talk football every time they come into the office at 93.7, and I mean it's just a very, very thing that we're so blessed with to be part of the community and everything like that. And like I said, I love this time of year, as you can tell, and so just thank you guys. Like I said,
thank you, Lance.
For once, I miss Dave so much, and he did such a great job in the program.
I got so tickled when we found the clip and it's in the tribute where Dave interviewed you guys for what I believe was the first time on Sports Roundtable on an opening night. And I will tell you that there was no thought that we would ever find that. That we found that this afternoon.
because so Kevin and I this week we're trying to date back to like my kids. So I have a junior at Dayton, and my daughter just graduated from Xavier. And I'm thinking, okay, well they were like 2 and 4, so I'm 31 years in the business. We're doing our math, and I know we talked throughout the week. I'm like, well, I'm guessing that's probably close to exactly what you said tonight, right around 2007. So we've been doing this, and like I said, David was so true to his word. He said, hey guys, the sponsorship's up. They denied it. You have the first right to take it. And we're like, I looked at Kevin. He looked at me. He's like, yeah, we're going to do it. I'm like, Big Brother always had more faith than I did. I was kind of winging, but I'm like, well, we can probably do it. I'm like, okay. So we got off the phone call. I'm like, hey Kevin, how can we pay for this show? And he's like, well, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. I'm like, okay.
Hey,
Dave was so true to his word, and he could have reneged and he could have given it to anybody. But we cannot be happier just following you guys throughout the years, and we love the new addition, this year and everything, and looking for a good season and everything like that, and all the coaches calling in, and it's very just positive vibes. High school football, obviously, we listened to some of the callers earlier, NIL and all this stuff, it's taking a different direction, but you know what? As long as the kids are learning something to take on to their their life after football, and to get better as people, not necessarily going to the next level, whatever. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I mean, who really cares about NCAA and pro? Let's just stick to high school football, learn what you can, and just be a better person.
So true.
Well, thanks, Lance, for what you do and supporting the show. We so much appreciate it. I think Brian has something else.
I just wanted to give you some good news tonight. It's appropriate that this should happen with you doing your memory and being with the show. Newark Catholic defeats Huntington 28-27 in 2 overtimes.
Wow.
Well, you know what? I'm glad my brother was at that game, and I went to the Danville game.
Well,
I'm not sure. You know what? I'm not sure if Kevin will call in. I'm not sure what his blood pressure is right now. You guys gave us the score earlier, and I thought, well, that's actually what Unioto was down in Chillicothe, was in Huntington.
Yes,
right. I remember Newark Catholic. I actually played them before. But you know what? I'll give some props to Coach Phillips. He's had a great career, and Newark Catholic. I mean, they're going to only get better. I'm not sure a lot of people don't really want to hear that, but I'm telling you what, I have faith in this new coaching staff. They put the time in. They're young, and once again, as we know, as you guys have all, you guys 2 to 3 have coached. You guys know you have to have people believe in your system, and once you believe in the system, you can do good things and you can win. But they're going to turn the corner. So hopefully, we have people like really feeling good about beating Newark Catholic again.
Well, thanks so much, Lance. Thanks, Lance, for calling. You're welcome. You're welcome anytime. You know that, and we appreciate you.
Have a great evening.
Take care. Too. Lance Spearman from Spearman Financial Services. You're on the air. Who's this?
Thanks so much, Lance.
Hello.
You're welcome anytime. You know that. Yeah.
All right. 740-397-1300 is the number to call. If you want to get in on this, and if you're a coach, you've got the numbers, give us a ring. And we got quite a few coaches on already. And it was exciting to Coach Steinmetz from East Knox. That was his first roundtable call. That's got to feel pretty good, right?
Always remember your first.
That's right.
A great start for him.
Let's go to the phones. Good evening. You're on the air. Yeah. What do you think about? Yeah, you love Danville, right? Is that right? Or Centerburg? Danville. Did you Danville? What was the score on Danville, Brian?
Well, we are looking at that one, and we're hoping this is the final, but it's 48-12. They won.
Okay. Yeah, we should have asked Lance why he was on this.
How you doing?
We're doing great, and we thank you for the
are.
call. And we thank you for listening tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah, we got more coaches coming up.
Absolutely, more coaches on the way. 740-397-1300, the number to call. And I think we got to take a break. We'll do that right now on WQIO Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Show.
Spearman Financial Services, financial plans that last a lifetime.
Hi, my name is Lance Spearman, co-owner of Spearman Financial Services. I can tell you from over 30 years of experience, it's never easy when a potential client calls following the loss of employment. Your emotions run high, your thoughts may be overwhelming. I can tell you this feeling is normal, but sometimes that simply is not enough. At Spearman Financial Services, we will work hand in hand to make certain that you avoid making a rash decision and use our expertise to focus on the next step. We are firm believers in the adage, one door closes, another door opens. Spearman Financial Services, financial plans that last a lifetime.
Securities offered through Valmark Securities Incorporated, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Valmark Advisors Incorporated, SEC registered investment advisor. Spearman Financial Services is a separate entity from Valmark Securities Incorporated and Valmark Advisors Incorporated. Past performances cannot guarantee future results. One cannot invest directly in an index.
You know what America's best pizza tastes like? Hi, this is Mike Amheiser, and the reason that I win awards across the country, and most importantly right here at home, is simple. It's our ingredients. At the Pizza Doc, we don't take shortcuts. I pledge to make you that same prize-winning pizza every time. Listen to what our customers say.
Alyssa, you ever had it before?
I have not, and I must say, the pizza is absolutely delightful, but the Italian sub might be one of the best subs I've ever had.
Call today, the Pizza Doc in Fredericktown. Find out what America's best pizza tastes like at 740-694-1555.
I love Pizza Doc.
Central Ohio weather. It's currently 75 degrees under clear skies. The wind is from the east at 4 miles per hour. Overnight, cloud-free and somewhat breezy, about 64 degrees. And then tomorrow, it will be overcast with some wind, with scattered thunderstorms. Temperature around 74. That's Storm Track weather on Ohio's Superstation 93.7, the Super Q.
Spearman Sports Roundtable. Spearman Financial Services. I'm Curtis Newland, along with Brian Gaston and Jim Gaston tonight. Had a great show, thanks to you and your calls this evening, and the coaches. We had a lot of them call this evening, and we still await some of those calls. Let's go ahead and get through the scores again, if we could.
All right. Many of these are finals, so let's roll it. I believe that Danville wins at 48-12. Highland 28, Fredericktown 7. It's Martins Ferry 42, Mount Gilead 19, East Knox 19-14 winner over Northridge. Upper Sandusky 30, Northmore 21, Centerburg 35, Utica 14. It was Winford 34, Cardington 20, Shelby 54, Mansfield Madison nothing. Big Walnut 32, and Hilliard Bradley 7. Right now we are looking at another final. Now, Marion Harding 21, Mount Vernon 17, Newark 16, Licking Heights 12, Johnstown 34, Vermilion 14, Clear Fork 28, Granville 14, Worthington Kilbourne 42, Watkins nothing. It was Newark Catholic in 2 overtimes, winning, defeating Huntington 28-27. And Sheridan falls to Licking Valley 28-13.
And I've got a couple finals here. Gahanna beat Pickerington Central 35-3. And still, okay, Ontario did defeat Lexington 35-7. Those are two good ball games.
Yeah.
Yes.
And two good ball teams, I mean.
That Pick Central, I've got a story about that way back when I was at a different station and I was covering Newark. And Pick Central was leading 80 to nothing.
Okay.
And it was before they had the rule, right? And I'm doing the game, and I like to get into games, and I didn't, I'd get excited no matter what the score was. And it was the fourth quarter, and Newark moves the ball down against the second or third team by the time. They move the ball down, and they're about the 5-yard line. And I'm excited, man. This is the best thing that's happened all night, and I'm doing the call of the game and everything, and you would have thought they were tied with 4 seconds to go. And I had people talk to me later. They said, oh my goodness, we were on our way home from such and such. We were listening to the game. And we thought, man, this game's close at the very end. And Newark was like going to win it, and everything. and then they kicked the field goal. They got 3. And then I said the score was 80-3. And their heart just fell. And like, oh, you fooled us, man. And,
you start banging on the radio.
Yeah,
what do you say?
I mean, you take a look at some of those Pick Central teams. Oh, my goodness.
Well, my cousin, her son, played for Pick Central with Boren and, a host of others. And he went, I mean, they obviously had D1 scholarships all over that team. and he had several scholarships offers. He wound up going to Harvard. He said, "Hey, if I can't get a job out of Harvard, I'll never get a job."
There you go. There you go.
So he did.
That's awesome.
And now he's was like a world-class weightlifter and everything.
No kidding.
And he's gotten out of that business. And with a Harvard graduate now, he's going to chiropractic school in Texas right now. He's amazing. I mean, he's got a brain and a half, man. What an athlete.
And what are we doing? A radio show on Friday night.
There you go. There you go. That master's degree came in handy for
That's
me.
right.
I'm telling you.
740-397-1300 is the number to call. You want to get in on this. And I think we'll play Dave's tribute again. I think it's been a while now. Time just runs so fast. It seems like we just did it. But
that'll be a nice fit for the end of here.
Yes. Okay. So if you haven't heard, Dave Bevington, of course, started this show 35 years ago on this station. And Dave, unfortunately, passed away. We lost him a week ago Friday, which a lot of people don't realize would have been a normal sports roundtable start date for Dave. And that was a big part of his life, obviously, roundtable, but not the only part of his life. Family, faith, and, teaching kids how to play ball, and teaching them character, and just a pillar of the community. We put together a tribute of some of the moments on the air over the number of years, and we want to play that back right now. So take a listen.
Welcome back to the Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Plus show on this Friday night. Our special guest tonight on the program, head coach Doc Holliday of Marshall. Tell us about
Jay Jan, left wing with it to Pat Miller, to Bobby Hinkle, right wing. Passing inside to Belcher. Fakes over Mersch, and he scores! 48-43. Highland leads. Pass down low. Jay Jan, way up is good! What a pass! What a pass by Bobby Hinkle!
It's the annual Devil Dog game between the Blue Devils of Danville and the East Knox Bulldogs. Tonight's game live from Chatlooney Stadium at East Knox High School. The keynote speaker for the Buckeye Spirit event in Knox County here in Mount Vernon, Craig Krenzel, former quarterback of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Craig, welcome to Mount Vernon. Eagle 93.7 Sports presents Mount Vernon High School Yellow Jacket Basketball. Tonight's game. Welcome back to the Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Plus show on this Friday night. And tomorrow it's the opening game for the Ohio State Buckeyes in the Horseshoe in Columbus as they take on Navy. It's our pleasure to have with us on the program tonight the head coach of Navy, Ken Niamatalolo. Coach, how are you?
Roger Hill, Dave's broadcast partner over, I believe, many years, and a good friend.
Didn't know Dave until we just got met. They said, here's your new play-by-play guy. And we met, became real good friends, driving over in Columbus. And Dave was at the wheel as usual. And sometimes he kind of could get lost pretty easy. And he said, boy, that's a bad-looking neighborhood over there. I'm glad we're not down in there. Well, it wasn't 5 minutes. He had us down in there. We were trying to get back out. And then the time we were coming back from Dayton, we done to do the Dayton Regionals, and we got on the road, and Dave was tired, and he sort of leaned back there, and I that was my turn. I think I missed the turn because the sign club 10 miles Toledo.
In the studio with us are two of my favorite guys, Lance and Kevin Spearman of Spearman Financial Services, and our sponsor this year. We're proud to have them as the title sponsor of Sports Roundtable Plus for 2007. And first to you, Kevin. Really appreciate your support, and I know obviously you've played football, a big football fan, and appreciate your support.
Dave, it's a real honor to be able to be in the position to be able to sponsor such a fantastic show.
Lance, step over here a little bit. And of course, obviously, you played football also. And what are your thoughts on how you relate stressful times in business to how you were able to handle that in sports?
Well, I think that, obviously you face a lot of adversity in sports.
Kevin and Lance Spearman of Spearman Financial Services, our title sponsor this year.
Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable. Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Plus.
Spearman Financial Services Sports Roundtable Plus.
I am Dave Bevington, and this is the last Spearman Financial Services Roundtable show.
There you go, Dave Bevington, sorely missed. And I'd like to get a shout out too to Tyler Mathias on this, because he and Tyler were very close, and they did this show together. Tyler always looked up to Dave, wanted to do the show someday, and it worked out. Dave was towards getting to be done, and talked him into a couple more years, and he and Tyler shared this show and shared a special bond. And I think we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that. And then Dave, after a couple of years of that, stopped doing the radio show. And then Brian, of course, you jumped on with Tyler. And, the legacy continues after 35 years.
And I'm going to give props to you. That was incredible. That means so much as a friend. It means so much that you took that time and you captured Dave Bevington. You captured him. And that was just an awesome job by you.
He made it easy.
Well, I tell you what, like I said, he was not a pretentious man. You knew who you were talking to, and you knew what he believed.
So it's a special night for us three in the room, because, we've taken over this legacy now from Dave, and just to be a part of that, to listen to that, and to hear his words on the air, it strikes me to the core, because you're hearing him do on the radio night after night that people would tune into, and they'd count on Dave being there. And guess what? Yeah. He was there. And they knew they were going to hear the coaches, and they knew they were going to hear the commentary, and they knew they were going to be able to call in, and they knew they were able to get the scores. And Dave was about the caller first. And he always said that. He always said how important that his callers were to him, because he felt a special bond to each and every one out in the community. Because when you feel it, when somebody calls and they're in their car excited, coming back from a game, that emotion plays.
They're telling their story.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
he always told me, he said, Brian, this is not going to be your show. It's theirs. And you know what? It's not a bad thing to remember, because he always said, people just want to be heard. And it stayed with me all the way through. Even in my classroom teaching, I try to keep the communication going, because people just want to be heard. I can hear that voice.
It's community. We talked about it a little bit, and I think you asked me about how I felt about not being at the games. Yes. I like to go to the games. This is the same answer, probably. This is the community that Dave was for the people who weren't able to go to the game.
That's right.
They were at the game because of Dave. That shared community, taking phone calls. It's like putting everybody at a football field on a Friday night in the stands, right? As a community. That's what it was to him. And to make those connections. Very, very special. And we will miss Dave, and we do wish his family the best. And he'll always be with us.
Always will.
I don't know what more to say about it than everybody. I think everybody listening to, there's a special place there.
I hope by the end of the year we've done this show properly, and we've held on to the tradition that Dave started.
Yes,
and, I think it's been our angle all along. Change a little bit there, but we want to do it right.
It's the same idea, having that community and the call-ins, and listening to the gentleman who's turning 90, the history he has, and listen to this show.
Yeah,
listen to the sports, being able to relate. He played football, and 6-man football.
Yes,
because that's what we all remember, our high school years, or maybe your kids in their high school years, or those are the rock solid foundation of what you come from. And to be able to hear him talk about it tonight at 90 years old about those moments, I mean, it's pretty cool.
And he's an avid listener too, so he'll call in next week.
He's probably listened to most of them.
Absolutely. Right? I was thinking the other day, when downtown Mount Vernon, the special events that they had, and you realize you would be hard pressed to find somebody on that street in those 5 blocks or whatever that didn't know Dave Bevington's name.
Right.
Isn't that amazing?
Right.
The impact that he had on all.
Whether they listened to him much or not, they would have known the name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, well, I think we are at 10:25. Show goes to about 10:30 here. We probably should run through the scores one final time. Okay. So, Brian, why don't you go ahead and get us started?
Here are the finals. Danville comes out of the gate and defeats Dalton 42-12. Highland defeats Fredericktown 28-7. It was Martins Ferry 42, Mount Gilead 19. East Knox, new coach, new win, 19-14 over Northridge. Upper Sandusky 30, Northmore 21, Centerburg 35, Utica 14. It was Winford 24, Cardington 20, Shelby all over Madison, 54-0. Big Walnut 32. Hilliard Bradley 7. It was Marion Harding 21. Mount Vernon 17. Newark 16. Licking Heights 12. Johnstown 34. Vermilion 14. Clear Fork 28. Granville 14. It was also Worthington Kilbourne all over Watkins 42-0. Newark Catholic in 2 overtimes defeats Huntington 28-27. The Newark Wildcats, they defeat Licking Heights 16-12. And Licking Valley, that's their 21st regular season, or straight 21 wins. However, I'm trying to say it. 21 straight wins now in a regular season for Licking Valley.
That's amazing.
Amazing.
I've got a few more here. Shelby beat Madison 54-0. Big Walnut 32. Bradley 7. Davidson beat Mansfield. Well, they were beating. I'm sure it's a final now. The last score we had was 30-0. And Delaware beat Buckeye Valley 21-7. I think that was the final score. Other final scores: Tri-Valley 56. Meadowbrook 22. Coshocton, new coach, first win for Coshocton. Coshocton 24, Edison 21. Liberty lost to St. Ed's tonight, 15-12.
Oh my!
That was a close game right there. So great things. Some of the surprise games I thought tonight was Upper Sandusky beating Northmore by 9 points. Gahanna over Pickerington Central that much. Granville losing to Clear Fork by 2 touchdowns. That was surprising to me. So I guess every week we're going to have a surprise somewhere along the line, but we had some good games tonight.
We did, and congratulations to Billy Alruzan from Mount Vernon, who was our Phrase That Pays winners, $100, gift certificate to wherever she wants. Pete Rose became Major League Baseball's all-time hits leader with 4,256 career hits, so congratulations to her. Thanks to our sponsors, Griffin Insurance, the Living Center, Senior Living Apartment Communities, Pizza Doc, Mid-Ohio Power Sports and Golf Cars, Country Court Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, CES Credit Union, and, of course, our title sponsor, Spearman Financial Services. For Brian Gaston, Jim Gaston, I'm Curtis Newland. Have a great night, everyone. We'll talk to you next week on WQIO Sports Roundtable.